hey everybody, had to do a little bit of a dramatic rock entrance. Yeah, because it's a good weekend. We won.
Because we're rocking out and you guys want some wrestling music and we can't
Wrestling
copyright it, so you got some free sort of wrestling music.
And I did miss all of you bastards yesterday, so I missed all of you guys. I did hear and see that you guys were well behaved and you guys didn't harass Dave. If you did,
Colin touched me a little bit.
did he? Did he reach around?
A little bit, no.
Did he? Oh, he didn't ask for permission either.
Head on, you know how he is.
He full Canucked you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
The full conductor, eh, bud?
He's like, why don't you go fuck yourself there, eh? Come around and reach around there. Take care of you real well there, bud.
Oh, boy.
Man, I missed a hell of a show, huh? I mean, we got to see a couple of things. The rise of the new meme, Trashovich. I died laughing when Dave told me that some of you guys in the chat were spamming that. I love it. I'm a bad influence. I love all of it.
Currently, there is a poll. So, full disclosure, and I don't think this is a secret to those who go beyond just the Dave and Dash of the Turin Giants, and that is Farhad is a huge simp for Doosan. He wasn't very happy when I told him that you guys are calling him Trashovich, which I think is hilarious personally.
I think it's fucking funny. I enjoy it. I am here for it. It is a sickness of the highest order, but it is okay because I enjoy it.
So that being said, he basically gave me the what's the guy the guy from one of the creators of Seinfeld, Larry David doing like that. He gave me that mean. I was like, really? No. And then he came back, and this is why the vote is there on the YouTube for you guys to decide. He went with Dushan and Blahovich. So between Dushan, Blahovich, and Trashovich, you guys decide where we're going with this one. I'll leave it there.
I'm gonna put my vote in for Trashovich because that was hilarious. Because like I think did I say it during the pregame or because I was like I am Trash-ovich or something. I think I said something.
Also, oh man, I wish Toddlervich.
Actually a good one.
Okay, it's too late. It's too late.
It's too late.
Yeah, sorry.
It sounds like we're terrible fans because we did that, but at the same time. With all due respect to the players, but you guys, we're paying your guys' salaries by either paying and suffering through Paramount Plus to watch you guys play or the folks at the stadium. So, hey.
I'll say Flaho bitch.
Oh, man. Love it. Hey,
okay, well, this will expand. I'm writing these down.
We'll expand during the call-in.
But for now.
Hey, speaking of which, big ups to Tal. Thanks for taking care of our buddy Sam. God damn it, Adamo. I believe he was at Empire State. So
yes, I through Sam Adamo, he straight up told us that he had a great time with you guys.
Yeah, Sam says you guys love us and we love you.
So shout out to the boys at UVA official Empire State.
Yeah, the official Turin Giants fan club that we love the most.
I heard you guys were trashing some other people too, which I'll get behind.
Yeah, Sam was telling me, he's like, these guys are savages, and I love every ounce of them. And I was like, yeah, super dope. Super dope. But yeah, big ups there again. If you're in the New York area, you should probably go take a look. Tal has cookies. And back rubs.
Bones saying Tal gave him the full service. I bet he did.
Full service. Oh boy. Before we get a little bit erotic, even though it's a call-in show, and we usually wait for the tinfoil hat show before we get real kinky. So let's just kind of recap yesterday, right? So yesterday, Juve Napoli played. It was a pretty, to be honest with you, when you're looking at like kind of the chances created. Tal says also in front rubs too, guys. So he does do that as well.
I love how you all just go with it.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you make a pretty damn good community. You have engagements and shithousery across the board.
You guys are all right.
Yeah, you are right. So, All right, so kind of looking at the numbers, I watched the game late at night last night when I got home. I was at a conference. I was talking about how to save energy efficiency because, save the planet and shit. Or my would be fine. So, kind of looking at it from this perspective, chance creation wise, a little bit 50-50, right? Like I think Napoli has the edge with the absolute blunder that Cavara did at that moment, but like at the same time, you can also say that Trashovic before that also had an opportunity where I don't understand because does Dusan just say fuck everybody when it comes to people telling him to use his right foot? Because like he was put in an essentially similar situation to where he scored with his right foot against Inter, against Napoli, did the same thing again. My
And
sound is
yes,
trash.
yeah, I you got a little bit. What do you call it, robot-y? Maybe it was a connection issue. I don't think it was your mic. I think it was your
Okay,
connection.
am I good?
Yeah, you're good now.
I'm good.
Yeah, get your hands off the cock. You're okay.
I was like, I didn't do anything, so how did I lose it? Unless the Taco Bell Wi-Fi kicked in and I lost my
Yeah,
voice.
yeah, it's the Taco Bell.
All right, so kind of going over it. So like Dusan to me, like he had a similar opportunity that he did against Inter. Instead of hitting it with one timing it with his right foot, he takes an outside foot touch with his left, and then he says that's how Albanians normally sound. No, we sound a lot more menacing. I just sound like a bitch. I mean, it's fine. I get what you're implying, Colin. I totally understand. Thanks, bud. I bet you're laughing, smoking a cigar right now. We'll see.
Albanians got soft though recently. They used to be the terrorists in every single '90s action film, and now where are
Yeah.
they? Where are they now?
They're just on C rated movies, like C
They're
listed.
just on TBS or those like specialty channels.
PBS. The public.
I love those movies. They're my favorite.
Yes, I take this. I give you 2 kilos for $20,000. But he says, I am laughing and smoking a cigar. See, I know my shit. Either that or I just work for the government and I'm spying on every single move. However, I think the main thought that I had from this game is our best players are our defenders.
Mm-hmm.
Like, holy shit, we have, like,
Well, that was
the
just
best.
reaffirmed.
I know. But, like, Cambiasso to me looks like a better winger than Chiesa.
He
Like,
was dynamic. His crosses were very
he uses
nice.
both feet. He's a right footer, but he essentially put that dime on his left.
Yeah, got the assist.
Found Gatti in the forehead.
Like,
Hell, I have
perfect.
got like I got like Gatti went from laying brick to laying Napoli in like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a really good story, though. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's like better than the Jamie Vardy one, but like it baffles me because it's like Federico Gatti jumps up in the air. Absolutely, that's like a striker's header, and then like Dusan's just kind of looking at him like this. I want that. Like it kind of. And then Dave says, "Can you imagine Gatti with the amount of chances Dusan has? He would be in the double. Anybody would be at this point. Can we just get the Serbian Krzysztof Piontek just out of here at this point? Like to me, that guy to me, like at this point, he's just surplus. Like him, I don't know. Chat, you answer. Is Dusan purposely trying to tank his value at this point? Like is that what he's trying to do? Like he's trying to tank it, get a check for being absolute garbage, but tank his value so he can move somewhere else? Like I have not seen a drop off this hard before. Like it is insane. And then like him dropping off also affects Chiesa because Chiesa is effectively his strike partner, and I don't think like Chiesa is able to do much. And like Chiesa, you need to have a good player to play off with them so those two can interchange, or like so Chiesa can do it. Because as much as we can say that we love Chiesa, one of the biggest things that I find extremely frustrating about Federico Chiesa is he plays like a 20-year-old, like a 20-year-old at a pickup game. But how I mean, or what I mean by that is he gets the ball, picks a direction, lowers his head, and goes. I think that's one of the most frustrating things I've seen out of Chiesa for the past couple of weeks. Is just like it's still almost like he's a teenager in his head, where it's like, dude, relax, look up, look at options, move the ball, pass the ball, play the ball, because he razzle dazzled us by dribbling it past a couple of players, but then the end product is he's kind of like, for me, it looks like he is like, oh fuck, I have two people on me. Let me play the ball now. Like it isn't more so, hey, I'm going in, create space, open up a pocket of space so I can lay the ball in. It's more so, it strikes me as just one of those like players that's just kind of like, oh shit, I need to move the like he's like, oh, I'm pinned. Now I need to pass the ball instead of I'm going to move here so I can move the ball here. Do you kind of follow me, Dave?
Yep.
So like in chat, feel free to throw some feedback on there as well. But that's the one thing I've been seeing out of him for the past couple of weeks where it's almost like no intent with his movement or anything like that. It's just, and come on, I think Cambiasso was better than Chiesa yesterday.
Yep. No,
I think Cambiasso by far was better.
Gatti gets the man of the match because Cambiasso allowed that goal to happen in a sense. Like he was the number 2, the assistant man of the match, the assistant to the regional manager, if you will.
Yeah, to me, like Cambiasso with his decision making, the way that he moves, opens up the play. I think Cambiasso, like for example, even with McKennie, like the way that McKennie analyzes and looks and where he has to go and the interchanging and the inverting between the two, like I thought Cambiasso and McKennie were incredible yesterday. Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah, they're starting to vibe.
Yeah, and like I understand Chiesa's home run potential, but like it's getting to the point where his home run potential is like a batting average. Like he's batting 170. Where you need that to be a little bit better. Like I understand the argument when he touches the ball, he's a threat. But the problem is Chiesa gets in Chiesa's way, in a sense.
Yeah, and Bones saying
really
Cambiasso lifts his head up. Lifts his head. Fuck, you know what I'm saying. He looks where he's going.
Yeah, that's honestly my thoughts on that. And Saul even brings it up. Cavara was just, and I love it because Gatti was shithousing him too. So he put.
You call him Saul again?
Isn't it Sal or Saul?
Sal.
Can I call him Saul like the lawyer? Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul. Comes in just like the Don.
Jesus. You just made him Jewish.
I do apologize.
I'm assuming he's like a Catholic Italian, like the rest of us. I'm just profiling right now.
Way to go, buddy. German David says Chiesa had 5 good minutes where he dribbled through the Napoli defense, but overall, Cambiasso was great. And my God, Cambiasso's crosses are a thing of beauty. And the thing that I love about Cambiasso is he's switch-footed. He can utilize both.
Yeah.
Utilize them both quite well. As much as I love Gatti's header, there's a part of me that concerns it's that double-edged sword with him. Sal.
Nailed it.
Sal.
Yeah, I know my type.
So I'm thinking LJ Columbus 2 versus 1 LAFC Chiellini doing great like back in the days. Are they playing right now?
They must be.
I didn't realize they were. I thought it was later tonight. Because that's a little bit early for an MLS Cup. Oh, wow. They're playing right now. Yeah.
2-1 Cup final.
75th minute. Damn.
Oh, boy. Penalty as well. I wonder. The woman, if we're talking about random games right now, woman trashing. Was it Pomelia? I think that's the team. Pomelia. Pomelia. Exactly, yeah. 4-0. Trashed him. And then next gen, they ended up tying. It was kind of like last weekend, but instead they conceded in the 97th minute. Yeah. So they tied. They're not doing great this year because we took all their players, essentially.
We did.
Yildiz scored.
Only for it to be equalized like 2 minutes later.
Yeah. He's apparently pissed off. There was a news report. He's pissed off.
I think that's bullshit.
What was the source? I was busy when I was looking
at some random thing. Come on, like if you're 18 years old, you played for Turkey in a Euro, like in a friendly match, like chill the fuck out if you think that you deserve.
Seems a bit much.
That's a bit of a stretch. Like with all due respect to him.
All right, here it is. So, David, please help us because this is a German source, Sky Oh my god. Sky Sports Deutschland. Sky Sports DE. So here we go. News. Kenan Yildiz. He's completely frustrated with his situation at Juventus FC. 0 minutes in Serie A after his matches with Turkey national team. Talks will follow in the next days as the 18-year-old top talent is really considering to leave Juve in winter.
Okay, where are you going to play? Like, where's he going to play? Like, besides going to some, like, random nowhere anything, I mean, maybe a loan in Serie A, but, like...
Frosinone, take Soleil back, I don't know. But it does continue. It says, loan? Permanent deal? Understand that everything's possible. Many teams inquired about him, all from Germany and England.
Of course it's a German journalist.
Florian... Here we go.
Bayern Munich still butthurt because of that.
Yeah, fuck them. Trash. Florian Plettenberg is the guy's name. Florian. Hey, Flo.
No, but seriously, though, like, he's not going to start at Liverpool. He's not going to start at City. He's not going to start with Inter.
Portugal. Go to Portugal.
I mean, yeah, okay, he could start at maybe at Benfica.
Or go to the Lions Den.
Sporting or Galatasaray. Like, I think that, yeah, but like...
But that is his country. I mean, he probably could do that.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, to me, it just doesn't... Because if he's frustrated, because my argument is this, I'm thinking of it from going at this perspective, right? And it's like, okay, he's frustrated of minutes at playing at a top club, or frustrated at getting minutes in general. Like,
I think just in general.
But at the same time,
at 0 minutes, I get it to a point where he should have had a few minutes. He should have, and you look at Trashevich and like, okay, when does this kid get a start? When does he get anything? Give him 5 minutes. Let's see.
But the other thing, too, is like, how the hell is he not able to beat Milik in training?
The defensive phase of the game, most likely.
Like, that's my question, right? Like,
because as soon as Milik came on yesterday, we were Corto Muso'ing the fuck out of that match at 1-0. Milik came in, and suddenly there was another guy playing defense. That's probably what yielded. Yeah, I love. Like, I'm out. Fucking, I'm out.
That's my question, right? Like, for example, if he hasn't been able to break through versus Milik, like, I'm not saying that he's trash or anything like that at all. No, but it's just kind of like,
Colin's got a point. Are we gonna let these other guys roll in here, or are we just gonna jerk each other off?
We can. I was just gonna recap. I'm like, damn. All right, fine. Chill.
Well, it's been 18 minutes.
I was like, all right, cool.
Fuck, you didn't show up yesterday. Now you're here, like, oh, I'm just gonna not let anybody else go.
All right, come on, put me on blast. I want to talk this. You said I want to put Dash on blast. All right, come on, give me it. You want smoke? I'll give you the smoke. Here's the link. Come on, Colin.
Right, so. Let's make that. Oh, we both threw it out. Okay, so it's there. Come in. Colin, what's taking so long?
I know.
There's Sal first in. What's going on?
What's going on?
What's up, fellas?
Ooh, you got the earbuds in.
Yeah.
Colin forgot to unmute himself. Colin, you're still muted. I can't even hear you cough. And production goes wrong.
Yeah, and everyone leaves. Okay.
And everybody's gone.
I remember my first live, too. It's okay.
Damn.
Bones, let's see if Bones has his shit sorted out today. Bones, how's it going?
What's going on?
Oh, okay, you're good. So you're good. It's just Colin.
My mother headset died, so I have to use my other one.
No. Everyone's headsets died. Mine died. David's died. Yours died.
Yeah, you're good now. We're good.
I don't know why I reset the settings again. God damn.
It's StreamYard, man. It's always how it does stuff.
I think it's Dash sabotaging you. He's like, let me get Colin in.
Absolutely not.
Let me get Colin in here and make him look like a fool.
No, if I wanted to do that, he would just have to talk, and I would just go, bam. That's if I really wanted to be petty. All right, let's talk Yildiz, because this is a trending topic. Throw him out there. Whoever wants to go first.
I think this year, not playing in Europe, any next-gen product who just made it to the first team who's expecting significant minutes, they need their expectations managed a little bit. And I would think probably Mana, Allegri, or Carabini are, telling him what he needs to know.
No. Is this a project or is it not a project? Like that's what you just said is, and dash two with the whole breaking past Milik. We've all watched Italian football our entire lives. We know full well it most of the time has nothing to do with who's better. It has a lot to do with maturity and experience. I think we can all agree on that one. So I don't think it's a matter of breaking past Milik. And as for not having European competition, that means there's less stress and a lot more rest period. We have unknown assets that are getting to be fed up. You can, and I know I've brought this up before and guys have put me on blast for it, but Bayern went to Vancouver, and picked up a guy that has blown the world away. Now, I'm not saying Yildiz is going to blow the world away, but I'm saying if Bayern can do it from Vancouver, not La Masia or something else like that, then we can at least give the guy more than 45 minutes. Allegri is destroying this team. It is not a project. This is a big gray area that we'll call a massive low, and we are going to go absolutely fucking nowhere under this regime. I'm sorry, and not including Gentoli. As long as Allegri is here, we are in the dumpster. The dumpster. I looked into the XG thing. The XG, I didn't understand the ins and the outs as you guys have been talking about it so much. Then I figured if I'm going to argue it, then I need to at least understand it. And to my knowledge, if we continuously score less than our expected XG, which is what I understand is happening, then there's a lot of mathematical luck involved in these games where they could have gone either way. So
technically,
I think we really need to come back down to earth and realize that, we're going to come and destroy Serie A, the one of the poorest leagues in the world. And when we get back to Europe, my God, will we be humbled? We need to.
I think we understand that though. Like we know that this team is only built for a single competition.
But we're talking about. So Allegri, you guys want to establish a great defense, and we want to establish a tactic and a team mentality and a structure. The only way to do that is build it from the ground up. We're teaching elder statesmen, and when those elder statesmen bounce, we're going to have to start this process all over again.
It's so hard for a massive team like Juventus to completely start from scratch, though, because you do have investors, you do have just money to make in general, and that's why you don't typically see these big teams just completely throw everything away and start over. It's really so hard to do, especially from a publicly traded company, right?
I'm going to guesstimate that Yildiz has less than 45. I don't know the exact number. I'm also going to say that giving Yildiz 90 minutes throughout the past 14 games or 15 games is not a total rebuild, though.
No.
What I saw yesterday, there was a lot of bright spots. Cambiasso was a massive bright spot. I loved watching him. He was electric. And like I said in your show, Dave, I loved his emotion. It was fantastic. Dusan, at this point, I don't get emotional about it because it is what it is and we expect it, right? But man, I really feel like with this coaching regime, we are SOL. Dash, I'm not going to blast you. I fucking love you, bud. But I completely disagree with the direction we're going with. I did see a lot of bright spots yesterday, but I just don't see, there is no high end on this. And you can go back to AC Milan and we can go through the statistics about what he did there, because he went 87, 82, I think it was 72, and then 57.
Okay, but here, let me chime in then. So if you look at the quality of the roster that he had at that AC Milan squad,
Are we talking about the roster where he threw away Pirlo, where Pirlo was trash, and then he came to Juve and won
Galliani and them as well? They said, hey, you're washed. It's not just Allegri. It was Galliani as well that casted him aside. Galliani did not offer him another contract. Allegri doesn't offer contracts. Galliani said, hey, you're at the end of your cycle. We're going to let you walk. He said the same thing to Nesta. He said it to Gattuso as well. He also said it to Seedorf. Also, Galliani and Berlusconi were planning on flipping and selling the roster. They did not restock that Milan team. Their best player was Montalivo. And we all know how Montalivo was. And then the other Italian player that they pulled from Arsenal that was on his last legs. They overpaid for Mario Balotelli to hope that he could potentially develop into something. And how did that go? Not well. Milan was free falling at that point because Berlusconi said, hey, I'm selling this shit. I don't give a damn.
So then we're going to, and I don't disagree with what you just said. There was both Milan teams had massive financial issues during that era. Don't disagree with that. But then I would have to say that, are we going to say it's a mere coincidence that both big teams that this man has touched, go into a free fall right afterwards?
What do you mean going into a free fall? Were we in a free fall at any point like Milan was?
We won Serie A, but we were embarrassed by Villarreal in Champions League and Ajax.
That season? You mean the Ajax season? Is that what you're talking about? Like Ronaldo's first season? Because Villarreal was Allegri's first comeback. His first time the comeback season where he came back. That's when we sold Ronaldo and we had absolutely nothing, like a bare bones squad.
Well, the chat's fired up anyways. Good job. Good job, Colin.
Colin's the hype man, bro.
I think in terms of just a rebuild, this is a rebuild year. And the only reason I say that is because we had outside of Weah, we didn't have a Mercado. So as far as Juve, like I think Dave kind of alluded to it, right? Like a team like Juventus, you really just can't like blow the whole thing up and start from scratch. Relatively speaking, this is our rebuild year.
Guys,
Go ahead,
Bones.
I was gonna say, but I am agreeing with Colin with the fact that if it is a rebuild, you should play some youth
Why are we
players.
rebuilding 35-years?
Yeah,
guys,
exactly.
we don't have
We don't even have a 35-year-old.
Wait.
The oldest player is
listen.
Tech.
Okay, sorry. Why are we rebuilding the Alexandros and whatnot?
Sandro's not a routine starter. He's out at the end of the season. He's a plug and play.
He shouldn't be playing at all. We should be rotating guys.
Putting him in for 7 minutes is exactly how he should be
Huijsen
played.
got cooked today in Serie C. If you watch that match, Huijsen got torched.
The next gen team is trash this year. Let's be honest.
I understand that, but we can't just throw people into the fire because, like, for example, what happened with Gatti last season? We were cooking the guy because the guy was getting cooked. So he tempered him back, eased him into it. Right now, the only old players that we have that are consistently getting minutes is Filip Kostic, which I agree, I don't understand, but there is some value that he brings to it, Danilo, and then Tech. Those are the only three senior players. Sandro will fit in every now and then depending on the scheme. Sandro is not a guaranteed starter at this point, especially with Gatti essentially putting Sandro on the bench. So for all the people that are like, hey, Sandro this, Sandro that, rejoice. Gatti's officially benched him. And last game was more than enough of an indicator that Gatti benched Sandro. So look, if we look at the other ages on the roster, you look at Gatti himself, 25 years old. Cambiasso, 23 years old.
25 for a center back is pretty young.
Pretty damn good. McKennie, 25 as well. Locatelli, 25. Rabiot is the only oldest player on this part of the pitch at 28. Chiesa, 26. Trashovic, I almost actually said his name, 23 years old. Guys, we have a very young team.
You're talking about a lot of non-skill players, though. The guys that we expect a lot from, we need to start slowly developing. I'm not saying that Yildiz needs to start every game, but those 7 minutes intervals need to be allotted somewhere along those lines to him. We can talk about the age of the roster, but a lot of these roster mates have been with Juve for a while, have played in other big clubs. This whole idea that, and I'm going to venture to say Misak would come in and say this, that there's no way that Yildiz can handle the pressure. I beg to differ.
It's not about handling the pressure, Colin. It's
absolutely
about
that's an argument that's been used on a Colin.
No, I think if I was to guess, like I said before, when it comes to Allegri, anyways, it's his defensive work rate. How does he work defensively? We know he's great offensively, but especially in these 1-0 games, we saw Milik come on, and immediately we had that extra defender opposed
Milik
to
absolutely
Radovic, right?
changed the game for sure.
And I'm not trying to make an excuse. I'm just trying to put it into perspective that I think with the way Allegri works, that is why. Because defensively, Yildiz is immature, undeveloped. I don't know. We haven't seen it to say for ourselves, but that is my best guess, anyways.
If we keep a decent enough distance, like if AC Milan and Napoli keep doing what they're doing, and we're firmly in top two, especially to the point where Inter might pull some points to make it unrealistic that we're going to make a push for the Scudetto, I think that's probably when you'll start seeing a few of those guys get more minutes. And maybe we do have Coppa Italia coming up. So you'll probably even get to see a couple of those guys there too.
You guys want to know how we'll for sure start seeing these younger guys start playing is if our forwards can actually do their job. If our forwards can put games 2 or 3-0,
that's the
then
other
you'll
thing.
see it. Because at this point,
then stop playing Vlahovic. I'm so tired of seeing up there, bro. Like you put Keenan with like 10 minutes in when everyone's sitting back. What do you want him to do?
Well, I mean, Keane doesn't score when he does play too, though. To be fair,
he scored twice. He got disallowed.
He
scored twice.
It will still be
on the back of the net.
Are you a ref? Are you a ref? Or are you a Juventini?
He still put them in.
There's like 4 of us.
Yeah. But the fact what I'm getting at is he still put them in the back of the net. They were in the net.
Yeah, one game, by the way, too. That was just one game.
when in one game he put it in the back of the net twice.
He's not lighting the world on fire, right? I think we brought up the stat too during the game. Gatti's our third best scorer, and he has 1 goal less than Chiesa.
Yes, but
1 goal less than Dusan from open play.
But what I'm getting at, he's only getting. But there's no consistency. There's no consistency. Goddamn, I can't even talk. There's he's only getting like 10 minutes to try to score a goal, while the other guy and plus it's when everyone's sitting back.
I'll say this. I'll say this. Keane's affected because of the price tag on Dusan. Like you have to. Unfortunately, you have to play him, right? It's essentially going to nosedive. He's going to nosedive his value at that point.
Unfortunately, there's still a bunch of simps out there that cry for him.
I still have people
which
that
we're
going to
get into. We need to get into that, but yes.
But like, that's a reach, Peepo. Be nice.
People say
Peepo.
Did I just gift Dave?
Wow! Ouch!
Did you just know? Okay.
I just saw that.
Okay, I'll gift. I'll have to gift
that's
one.
a low blow.
That's hilarious.
May I respond to that real quick?
Go ahead, Tom.
Pippo, per favore, no parla così. Io non sono un interista.
People, you got to meet. Sal does not. That's a reach.
All right. Sorry, I had to do that, but please.
No, don't.
Call me anything else you want.
He's one of us. We may not always agree, but he's one of us.
Look, at this point, our center backs are the best strikers on the roster, and you're going to have to Corto Muso'd if you're relying on your center backs, because that's what pisses me off. Gatti had to come up from his side of the pitch all the way to the other side of the pitch in an open play for him to head the ball because Dusan's looking at him mesmerized. Like, this is what's irritating because it's a thing, right? If you're able to get more points on the board and actually convert, being the league leader in big missed chances compared to everybody, if we're able to convert these goals and actually go 3-4-0, then we can sit there and say, shit, we're up 4-0 and it's 60 minutes in. Why not throw in Yildiz at that point so we can get him some minutes? Why not take Illing out of the I'm missing milk cartons so we can actually see that he's still alive?
Because if we go by your XG thing, I think the league average is just like 1.4. So for you to ask for 4 goals is well, I realize that you're just throwing a number out in the air, but it's unrealistic. And I do understand. Like I'm not disagreeing with Tal's logic Salvatore's logic, and creating that buffer space. But to tie on to what you were saying, Dash, in terms of our strikers aren't doing any finishing, our strikers aren't getting to the net. Yildiz creates those passes. We don't have anyone vertically moving the ball. I admit, Rabiot, when he gets the ball on his foot, he is like a fucking train engine, and he just north-south. And the ball gets up there. But usually a lot of times I find when he's in that motif is that we've got 4 guys creating a line along their defensive front waiting for a cross in and essentially they're closing the gap on each other as they do that. It's one thing. So if a team like Udinese or Brighton can play offensive football from time to time with zero war chest, Juve should be able to do it.
Brighton has a war chest. Brighton, are you talking about Brighton like in England?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Brighton
they have
has
a war chest. They have a huge war chest.
Last year they did not when De Serbi came.
Yes,
Udinese walked into San Siro. In comparative to the rest of the league, they don't have a war chest.
Okay, if you're speaking
if we're talking
relative,
about the Premier, the Premier.
Relative to EPL, not relative to Udinese, sorry. If Udinese can go into the San Siro and beat AC Milan, which I realize is not the AC Milan, we should be able to put our team on the front foot from time to time. But we don't.
This isn't the same Udinese as last season, though, Colin. They almost lost 13 players. They turned over the entire roster. Today they got thumped 4-0.
Yeah, what's your point?
But I'm saying, dude, it's just you're saying that Udinese can go and play on the front foot, but look at where they're at.
But you also did say from time to time.
I said from time to time, and I also said if they can go against a team like San Siro with that mentality, we should be able to go to Monza with that mentality.
We are, but we're missing. That's the issue. How many shots did Dusan miss by himself on Friday? 2.
I think you guys are missing my point with the whole 4-0 today.
No, I get this, but I understand that. But I understand because we tried to play on the front foot, but the problem is if our forwards aren't making advantages of the front foot, then we have to go for a scrap, grab the scrap, and then sit down and ride it out. Because
so that means the team also can't retain possession as well.
What do you mean we can't retain
possession? You can be on the front foot, not shooting the ball. You can be on the front foot in the attacking third and holding the ball. When Conte was in charge, and I'm not advocating for Conte to come back. When Conte was in charge, we were able to stay in the opposing half and kill off a game. It wasn't always like it is. We're in our 18 killing off a game. I mean, Sal and I came up at the tail end of the Catenaccio era. Sorry, this is not Catenaccio. This is just like grab your fucking boots, hope for the best. But this is not Catenaccio.
But who do we have as ball handlers as a midfield? Who's our ball handlers?
You are Dash.
Locatelli.
Do Dash have the warmest hands?
Is Loco a ball handler? No, is he able to beat players off dribbles? I mean, offensively, being able to move the ball around. I think there's a lot.
Retaining the ball though, ball movement retains the ball.
So, are you saying retaining the ball is the center backs passing it amongst each other? Is that what you're looking for as far as your ball retaining?
No, we've already achieved that. We've already got that umbrella passing down pat. When I'm talking about the midfield being able to retain it in the opposing end, as opposed to having to not have possession and basically suffering for at least a half. We've done 3 years of suffering. The team knows how to suffer. They've learned suffering. We don't need more.
Vlad makes a good point. We are dangerous enough the way it is. What happens if our strikers show up? Then we look like Inter. Then we do beat teams.
Yeah, then we do.
I mean, Barella said as much, right? He said Juve's the hardest team in the league to play. And if you're a hard team to play and you basically score every game, granted mostly just once, but if you're not leaking, you're going to be effective. You're going to pick up points. This year is a microcosm. This is probably the weirdest year we've ever went into, at least probably since 2007, maybe even more so, right? The main objective, because this is a rebuild with the caveat of a rebuild, but you have to qualify for championship. You absolutely have to. There is no room for error. So you're telling Allegri that, and then Allegri also, we're only going to get you Weah, and you need to do this. And he's like, okay, sounds good. Here we go. And where are we at? Right? Results driven.
I think at the end of the day, we're doing the best with what we have, and the results. No, because
Dusan is playing. I disagree because Dusan is playing.
But Gatti's also playing.
But no. But Gatti brings something his own. Dusan doesn't bring anything.
But it's a team, right? Let's take the individual out of it. As a team, it is still working, and the results are there. And just barely, and we've debated this before, like, oh, it's not sustainable. Well, it's been 15 games. We're almost at the halfway point, and we're still 2 points off of a relentless Inter. Not bad. Like, yes, you can debate one way or the other, which obviously we love, and the conversation's great, but at the end of the day, like, we shouldn't be in second.
I mean, it depends on what your standards are. Me, I come from a blue-collar family. I don't like the blue-collar life, so I have aspirations, and I have ambitions. I mean, if Juve wants to win the Scudetto every year and that's all they want, God bless. Let's do it like this. But I like being the kings of Europe. I like having other European teams looking at us being like, oh, shit, Juve. But we do not instill fear. We don't.
But we have to build that. Like, we can't just all of a
walk
sudden
and
just like,
walk.
oh, fear us. Look, oh, I'm scary. Look at me. Oh, you gotta fucking build that shit.
Yeah,
absolutely D&D. But the problem is you need to build it, and we're trying to build it with a guy that has never done it anywhere he's ever gone. Ever.
But who do you put in right now? Like, and yes, he has obviously. Dash, go for it. I gotta get
because
that.
what is it? His first.
Go ahead. Tell me where he's done this. Please tell me where.
Have you not seen his first stint here? A bunch of European teams were like, "Oh shit, we have to play these guys."
I'm sorry. Where he came in the week before the season and inherited a Conte team,
and
he took him further than Conte ever could.
Yeah,
he took him further than Conte ever could. Colin, you can't even disagree with that. Colin, what's Conte's record in Europe? What's his record in Europe?
That's fine. And then what happened? We progressively went like this because that's what Allegri has historically done.
Are you
can
serious
say
about
that? One season. That season was a one-off. Everything else was caca.
So from 15 to 16,
twice.
he got to the finals twice.
The UCL twice. Outside of Ancelotti,
he had the best defensive
Yeah.
record in the UCL until he played that outrageous Real Madrid team. Hell, if Messi and Ronaldo weren't actually active at that point, Juve could potentially have two troubles.
He knocked out a prime Barcelona and a prime Real Madrid in the UCL. I think one was in the quarters and one was in the semis. And these were Messi there. That was Ronaldo there. Outside of Ancelotti, he is the most proven active Italian coach in Europe.
Active Italian coach outside of Ancelotti.
Right.
How many active Italian coaches have European experience?
Simone Inzaghi.
Now Simone Inzaghi. Yeah.
4.
Pioli. Yep.
Sorry. Italiano.
Yeah.
Viterbi, because Viterbi's playing in the Europa League.
We're gonna put them into this conversation.
I mean,
you said Italian coaches in Europe.
I know, but let's be honest with, like, we're talking about one-off seasons. I'm talking consistency.
He's got a pedigree. I mean, yeah, his second stint has been up until this year has been very, very poor. But he came in and he lost Ronaldo his first game in, right? I mean, a lot of shit happened in those first 2 years where I'm inclined to be a bit more forgiving than under normal circumstances. If he was doing all this without all the externalities, then yeah, I'd be like whatever. But I'm very impressed with what he's done this year.
And I need to illustrate the reason why he left the first time. Allegri in 2018, prior to the Ronaldo move, said, "Hey, we need to retool this midfield because it's Sami Khedira, Miralem Pjanic, Blaise Matuidi, and then fuck all at that point." And then Paratici kind of gave him the finger saying, no, we should be able to win with this. You just play dinosaur tactics. We're going to bring in Sarri. And Allegri's like, all right, I'm out. People say that he sacked him. People are saying that Allegri got sacked, but it was more so Allegri and them just kind of like Allegri's like, this ain't going to work. They're not going to work.
Yeah, it was an agreed upon. It was a mutual divorce.
Yes, because Allegri said, we need to rebuild. This team ain't it. And especially with them signing Aaron Ramsey, too, at the same time. Because those signings got announced while Allegri was there. We brought in Aaron Ramsey and Adrian Rabiot. And Allegri was like, oh, shit, this ain't going to work. I'm out. And you bring in Maurizio Sarri, was this Sarri's Bulls kind of guy, where everyone thought he was this amazing genius. And then Sarri comes in, couldn't do anything because the midfield wasn't up to par. Like that, it's the fact. It's a truth of fact. I mean, since 15, 16, or maybe 16, 17, I'll say 16, 17, because that was Pjanic's first season. Marquisio was still able to play a little bit, and you had Khedira was able to run at that point. That was probably the last decent midfield that Juventus had. You might argue 18, 19, but that's pretty much it. After that, nosedive.
Speaking of Kadira, do we have to bring up that X post?
It doesn't. Nah, we'll save that for the tinfoil hat show.
Tinfoil hat show for that one? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that it might get stale by Wednesday.
Yeah, and if anything, it's Maurizio, and like for example, it says Bojan says, if anything, it's more so sorry season because you had Ronaldo, you had De Ligt, you had Douglas Costa, Dybala. Hell, we sold Moise Kean for 40 million because he wanted Higuain, who was on his last legs. Because we couldn't keep them all, so we had to do that. So we got rid of Moise Kean, a promising youngster at the time, sold him and screwed his career up at Everton, so we can appease Sarri by getting Higuain. That was I don't care what anybody says. Paratici single-handedly was the architect that screwed everything up.
And Allegri for giving him the leash to do that. I'm not Allegri. Agnelli. Yeah.
At the root of our problems, absolutely, Allegri. Agnelli is absolutely at the root. His whole I need to be super commercial right now absolutely fucking killed us. As much as I respect and love what Ronaldo did here, it was a terrible move, and having Ronaldo and paying for Ronaldo put us back.
During COVID, though, I think we lost a lot of money. We lost a lot. We got hurt more than anybody else in Italy because of the pandemic, because we own our own stadium. We lost direct ticket revenue, and we lost a lot of the marketing potential that we had for Ronaldo while he was there with a live crowd, and we lost 2 years of that. It went as bad as you can get.
Also, if you're gonna ask Max Allegri at that time,
what's up, buddy?
What up? I'm ready to fight because I'm tired of all the Max hate. I'm tired of all the Max hate, bro. This is so dumb. It's so dumb. Any other manager would have us in a 7th place fucking spot. But we're already gonna go back to the Ronaldo years. If I'm gonna tell, we're in another Champions League final, by the way. If fucking Evra boots that ball instead of lets it go into Bayern's hands, and that year of all years was the one where we looked best. Okay, and Barca and Real Madrid were both already knocked out at that point. Next, also under Allegri. Next point that I want to make: if you're giving Max a blank check and telling him, hey, you can have any Real Madrid player you want, there's no fucking way he's saying Ronaldo. There's no way he's saying Ronaldo.
No,
he's saying, give me Toni Kroos, give me Luka Modric, give me Casemiro, give me one of these guys that I can actually play with. And also, because I also want to say about what's going on with Yildiz and why Yildiz isn't playing, look at the goal that Monza scored against us. If Moise Kean is properly tracking back on that goal, there's no fucking goal. All right. And Yildiz is not ready to do that in that phase of play. And the thing is yes, we don't like the way our play looks right now. I don't like the way it looks either. I don't think anybody's defending the way it looks. But the thing is that the results are being fucking proven at this point.
I think we outshot Napoli, didn't we?
I mean, no, Napoli got us.
More shots on target. Shots on target. Yeah.
But okay, like if you put Lautaro Martinez in this squad over Dusan Vlahovic,
we call him trash.
Sorry, Vlahovic. I have my very own
I like Talevic.
It's asinine. I mean, we're missing 3 like world-class level. I'm sorry, everybody. Like, I don't put any player on a pedestal over this club. If you're not good enough, if you're not performing, I don't care what your name is. I don't care what your allegiances are. I'll show you the door myself. All right. And all of this, like people that are Dusan standing, and even Chiesa, like it's time that we are a lot more critical of Chiesa. Yeah. Because he's the one that should be really grabbing games by the scruff of their neck, and it feels like people are grabbing him by the scruff of his neck. All right? Yeah. Like I would much rather not have just leave Milik up there, because Milik at least I know is going to get me these garbage goals when he gets opportunities. You know what I'm saying? And that was Keane last season. Keane had our best goal percentage, goals to minutes ratio any other player. And then when they started him against, what was it? Was the yellow team we played? Was it Villarreal or fucking Sevilla?
Last season?
Sevilla. Sevilla, right?
Sevilla,
Europa League. Yeah.
Europa League, and everybody's like, "Why is Keane starting?" I'm like, he has our best fucking minutes to goals ratio. That's the guy you start in a cup match when you need goals in
People
one game.
sleep. I said, I think everyone's just racist and like Vlahovic.
I'm not gonna lie. I personally like it. To me, the way Keane is playing now is very categoristic for him, because I've watched this kid play since he was 15 years old. Don't ask me like what it is about this kid. I think he's got the stuff. If he can get out of his own head and get that like first goal or second goal under his belt, if those two goals weren't robbed from him against Verona, I think we would be having a very different conversation right now when it comes to
and that,
like strikers are. And then one last final point. Again, we are in the top 3 for chances created and top 3 for big chances missed.
We're number 1.
That's not Max's fault. That's not Max's fault. If anything, proof that Max's system is working and is creating chances, and it's the players that are failing Max. And the thing is that we gave Max decent players in the first part of his first stint, and we never gave Max the players that he asked for, and he never fucking complained about it. He asked for Isco, they didn't give him Isco. He wanted, then okay, give me Bonaventura. They didn't give him Bonaventura. He fucking asked for what was that fucking Herb's name? I don't even remember. Some other Herb that played for like Atalanta or some shit. He's like, okay, you can't get me this guy, get me this guy. You can't get me this guy, get me this guy. And they gave him fucking nothing, and he didn't complain. And he kept his head down, and he said, I am not bigger than this club. This club is bigger than me, and I'm going to do what I can in the best of my abilities to make that happen. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I love you all. I'm going to sign off now, so I can't receive any heat. No, I'm just kidding.
He's disputing how he's navigated through the deficiencies of the front office. No, he's disputing how he navigated last year. I think in that respect, I don't think anybody else could have done a better job.
So who given this squad is competing with Inter? Do you think Inzaghi, rat face Inzaghi, is doing better with this squad? Because he has a rat face. He has a face of a rat.
He made emphasis. He like went into the camera. Rat face.
No, it is the rat. Look at it. He goes paka 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 like a rat.
He had the gall to complain about injuries with the He had the gall with that depth, with that bench. He with a straight face. He was crying about, we were hampered.
I'm sorry.
Because we
if
didn't have
Beppe Marotta is building your squad, you cannot complain about squad depth. He's gonna have that handled for you.
Hey, let me chime in real quick because I was listening to Paramount Plus, and it was funny because like
we haven't named for them. It's the fucking idiots in blue.
It was hilarious because they were saying on there that like Marco, and it's Marco of all people. He was like, "Yeah, man, Juve told them you suck and we can do things better than you. We kicked him out." I'm like, "Do you not understand that Beppe Marotta was pissed because of Ronaldo?" And he said, "All right, if this is where you're going, I'm out." Juve never once fired him.
He was pissed at Paratici because Agnelli was listening to Paratici more than Marotta,
which was the dumbest mistake you could have made. There's my wife with the cameo.
I'm like sitting here. I was listening to it. I'm like, did he just seriously say that Juve kicked him to the curb? He's like, no, I'm out. It's funny because I know you mentioned Sam Adamo earlier, who's a really amazing guy. If anybody ever gets the opportunity to meet him in person, but it's like I'm talking to Sam while we're at our bar, and I'm looking at these guys. First off, I don't know if you guys saw Grella during that commentary, but he was wearing his like grandpa's suit and his like great grandfather's tie. He looked like a door-to-door vacuum salesman. Yeah, but Grella was the only guy that brings value to that cast,
and that's really sad.
Like that's it.
Like
that's
unfortunately, Grella is really good, and I think I've met him once or twice, and he's like a nice guy. But he maybe I've met him. Maybe I met his cousin. I don't know. I know a Grella or two. Anyway, he brings the most value, but he should be the one bringing the least amount of value to a commentary team, like. You know what I mean?
He would be the former player. The former player is the guy that's
but like if you're gonna compare him to like the CBS Champions League squad, like he should be Micah Richards. You know what I'm saying? Like you should have two really experienced guys there commentating on the game. I don't understand why CBS is so trash. And the thing is, I get it. Like, nobody wants to sit and over here in Stamford, Connecticut, at where the CBS studios are, okay, and to fucking deal with that shit. They're right across the street from the WWE building.
Well, that's why they're probably going to lose the contract for Serie A next season.
And they should. They should.
Absolutely
honestly.
should.
Chat should get banged. You know what I mean? It's like a waiter expecting a 25% tip after spitting in your food.
What is
I don't think any North American company can properly carry Serie A, though.
I think what needs to happen is what I want personally is for an American owner that is of Italian American descent to try to buy into a minority share of Juve. And I think with a North American mindset in terms of marketing and brand growth, and you marry that with the knowledge of the team and the history and the ability to do so, that's when you can get like an actual progress. And you know, I have other reasons, like other ideas of how to like fix the FIGC, but you know, that might be a conversation for another day because that's another TED talk that I might want to go on.
Yeah, it's never something about TED Talks. They're always just like, I don't want to listen to this person right now.
Fuck you too, Dave.
So you're saying?
Just saying. This is like maybe do it under a different banner because like TED Talk, I'm like, probably trash. Hamza, buddy.
Hamza.
Ciao, guys.
He's got the ascot and the sweater. He's gone full Italian.
Oh, that looks like a fisherman's sweater there. I'm gonna step away. I gotta get my cup of tea.
He's like, hey man, I gotta go coach Juventus in a couple hours. I'll see you guys real quick.
Listen, I had a good conversation with Max, and he's like,
looks like he's gotta go coach AC Milan. Looks like they fucking need it too.
Yeah. Actually, I was in Milan today.
Were you?
Yeah. I went Milan. Yeah, just for like a couple of hours, to check it out. We were
you at the
supposed
game today? You said you were going to the Napoli game.
We went to the Napoli game. Oh wow, what a game! Oh my god, that was something. You know, you guys. Yeah, I don't know how you guys watched it, but I watched that. Oh my god, my friend was supporting Napoli. He's sitting right next to me, and he's not sitting right now next to me. He's in the room. He's upset. You know, he's going through it right now. But like basically, he had to stay silent when there was that that goal that Chesney made that mistake and the goal got disallowed. I had to hold him down and say, "Listen, just shut up because you'll get battered." And it was like, oh my god! Inside he was loving it, and then when he got disallowed, that was I can't describe. Like the atmosphere was crazy, like man. And Vlahovic, yeah, you know, you guys, I see you guys trashing Vlahovic, but I tell you right now, yeah, he had his shooting boots on. You know, if he had more chances, I reckon he would have banged one because he hit the post and then on the rebound he banged it in. You know, like I don't know.
Hamza, I love you, but here's my response to that. When you're an 85,
give him some credit. Wait,
no, I was at the Empoli game right in front of me where he biffed that penalty shot. So how many chances?
Hamza,
yeah,
I love you. You know I love you. You know I love you. But when you're a striker that you're getting paid $10 million a season at $85 million, your value, you should score 1 out of every 2.5 chances, not 1 out of every 8 chances. If you are 1 for 8 in a match, you are terrible. When you play pickup and you score 1 out of 8 chances, your mates call you out on it, correct?
And then you got to go play center back.
And then
this game we didn't have that many chances for him to like. You can't say like
he should have had like 4. He should have had 4. Lautaro Martinez has 6 goals in that fucking game.
Nah.
Come
on, guys. Come on, let's be realistic here, man. Look, I don't know, man.
I like to be hyperbolic to prove a point.
I was sitting right in the middle, by the way. Did any of you guys see me on the camera or not? Was it like?
No, I don't think we did. You know, ironically, the Juve camera.
I'll get the photos sent. You know what I mean? Or was I really there? I don't know. Maybe this is my room. You know.
Well, did you keep your clothes on?
Oh. I did do a match today. You know when they chuck the jacket on the floor? I chucked my jacket on the floor. Oh, it is dirty. Like it is nasty.
No, I don't care about that. I want to know if he saw some nip.
Oh no, I saw.
Do you want to see a little nip, Dave?
We don't lose monetization.
That's
It is-
haram, all right? We
Yeah,
can't
same-
do that.
Yeah, he's getting
Save that for the save that for the Patreon stream.
He's like, yeah, we'll save the
Yeah.
nips for the Patreon.
Put that in the Discord.
He's like, yeah, I know, right? He's gonna be like, hey, and this is how Dave and I advertise Patreon, guys. Join us, Turn Giants to Patreon for nips, and not the ones that you're looking for.
How
we
many
talk
gifted
about
subs is this?
There we go.
Can
Hey,
we
look
talk
at it. Go ahead, Sal.
Can we talk about how Bush League Osherman was to try to throw the 5-1 up? Can
Yeah.
we have to speak about this, right?
Oh yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
come on, bro.
Do you have that on
Are
deck
you-
dash?
Are you surprised?
It's on Twitter. I
Guys,
gotta find it.
Napoli players are gonna Napoli. Like you prove how fucking trash human you are.
And without
what I mean?
realizing what the new standings are, too, 1 and 5. Like, did you really not know that?
That one, that
Oh.
didn't age well for him at all.
I put it on Twitter. There's this Napoli dude that's always on Twitter that annoyed me to no end last year and even this year. And he said, something like, oh, yeah, thank God it wasn't 5-1. Imagine how embarrassing that would be. And I just whipped out my calculator and said, well, if you add 5 and 1 and then you double that, that's the point differential between us and you right now. You know what I mean? So
I did see. Yeah, I did see that.
it's like, come on, guys. Like, stop
Listen.
it. Stop it. They will never let last year go. We're having this
They're
conversation.
going to be
30
talking
years.
about it for the
Yeah.
next 30 years.
They're gonna make documentary. Documentary.
Did you guys see that Kvaratskhelia miss though? That 1-on-1. Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
that was right at the front of me, and I was shitting my pants. I tell you right now, I saw that, and I'm like, there is no way this guy goes and lobs Tech.
How is he that open? Because Paramount Plus's camera work is dog shit as well, right? Their production. I have no idea how he was that open.
The
So
problem
They
is,
got us. They got us.
It's because
No, we did
Rabiot
have
is
them on
tracking
locks.
Gatti's run, not Kvaratskelia's run.
No. If you see the actual game, what I saw Loka play a lot forward this game. You know, like normally when I watch on the telly, like Loka's a bit more like Regista. You know, like at the back. But
He's
when I was
another
watching
CB.
yeah, no. Yesterday he was forward.
If you, I will say, Loka looked better yesterday. If you were saying
He was very
forward.
forward. If you saw, bro, he was like you know how the strikers press. That's what he was doing, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, this is a different Loka today. He woke up with something else, Red Bull or something, you know, but he's doing well.
Sometimes you need
Maybe
a
he
little
finally
knock just to
switched
sit
to
down.
Specsavers and he can finally see it clearly. That's what I think.
Oh no, Loka's
he
got the
saw a
best
little nip
vision,
from
man.
the field.
I would live without his vision.
Hams, I think he saw a little nip from the field.
Yeah.
But no, honestly though, think about it. He gets used every single game, and he got a couple games rest just because of his ribs. Yeah, he was in pain, but his legs got a rest. Just got to refocus. Maybe that's all it was. Bit of a break.
He worked really hard though. Like I watched that game and I'm like, okay, you know, but who really stood out for me was Cambiasso. Like, wow, like this
Oh,
guy.
yeah, Cambiasso was phenomenal.
Electric.
I'm
Also,
telling you,
I was worried about the Cambiaso Kvara thing.
Wes was there. Wes was backing him up the whole game.
Wes was also there, but
They
Kvara put him in
Yeah.
he put Kvara in his fucking
Oh, yeah.
pocket. And then on
oh,
top
did you
of
see the
that,
Gatti incident? Oh my
Gatti was
god, that
chirping Kvara the whole time.
it's that bricklayer ball, bully ball.
Dude, I love
we
Gatti,
all
man.
celebrated that yellow card for Kvaratskhelia. Oh my god, that was crazy. Like that was. You should just see that.
Did you guys see
Me-
Bremer push Osimhen like a couple of times, like off play,
Yeah.
just kind of nudge him a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this Juve defense plays tough
He
with
sunned
3
him.
Fs.
He sunned him. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I also think Tech had a really good opportunity to shoulder check Osimhen really hard. At
Did you
one
see that? Did you see that crazy save
caught-
from Tech
He
though?
caught the ball right in front of him, and I was like, "That's what you need to fucking."
Hey, no, I got you right here. You want to see a tackle? That's an tackle. This. I
Oh
gotta
my
turn up
god,
this
dude!
music.
Oh, yeah,
He made him look
This.
like a little schoolgirl the whole
Look at
game.
this. Look at this.
Oh, this,
That's
yes,
tough.
just slide
Clean.
it in there. There was a
Clean.
few of those. Okay, talking about the team stuff, they
Look at the look. The look.
Look at it. Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at it. He's like bitch ass.
You know why I'm hoarse right now? It's from yelling "get fucked." at
Yeah,
the
I'm probably
fucking
right there,
screen the
to be
whole
fair.
time.
Yeah, and you'll still see Bianconeri's own like absolutely slander Danilo.
Oh no! Not only
oh
is Danilo
Dash is
not,
just
Danilo's not good enough, but we don't create enough chances for Vlahovic, and that's why he's not scoring.
Dash, are you throwing gloves down now?
Gloves? I never had them.
Shit, all it means is that we created a shot on target. It doesn't. It's a very generic number that we're throwing out because we put a shot on net. It doesn't say the quality of the shot or the type of actual chance it is.
Well, I mean, the higher it is, the better the chance it is. Like, so for example, Dusan against Monza had like a 0.86.
No, sorry, I mean the XG. I meant when you're saying we're leading in chances missed, and we have for like top 5.
That's big chances.
Big chances created is not a ball that's shot towards goal. It's a ball that's delivered to a guy that then shoots.
Listen,
yes, exactly.
if my marriage was based on big chances created, I'd be a lot happier of a man.
Good thing. Hey, good thing is. I was gonna say, good thing she's not at the house right now, Dave.
Yeah.
Because she's on vacation. Hope she doesn't watch this. Just tell her to watch
6 kids.
So we mentioned Cambiasso and West, right? I have to say this. This is kind of like, it perplexes me a little bit because the understanding between Cambiasso and West, right? When they're both not, especially Cambiasso isn't an everyday starter and he switches sides of the field depending on where Max needs them. The understanding between those two in such a short time and the fact that Kostic and Chiesa can't figure it out on the left boggles my mind.
I have to say, Sal, I have to say this is less to do with the deficiencies of Kostic and more to do with the remontada that McKennie is having this season.
Well, McKennie,
I think we're not giving enough credit to how much McKennie being pushed out wide and that kind of unlocking a door in his play, in his brain, has benefited him as a player.
McKennie said this, and McKennie kind of spoke to DAZN, I believe, yesterday or the day before. He said, this I figured out tactically. He said, I understood because he's like, when I was at Leeds, I was running around like an idiot. He's like, coming here, listening to Allegri, I kind of understand it. Because McKennie has the brute strength. He was just a dumbass, right? Like, he just didn't know where to go. So it's like, what is the most terrifying thing to go up against as a footballer? A big-ass dude that knows where to be at the right time. That is one of the hardest things to get past because, like, for example, even in our perspective, if we're up against a center back that's 6'1", 200 pounds, doesn't matter how shifty you are. If he knows where you're going to be right when you're about to be there, you're catching a shoulder. And I don't know about what people know about McKennie, but McKennie is tough. He is a tough dude.
He has a brick shit.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
He even Zielinski. So Zielinski said this after the match. He said, it's hard to go up against this Juve team, especially when they're up, because it is like a fucking wall in the back.
Oh, who else said that? Wasn't there another player at a team that they keep saying is better than us that said something almost the exact same thing?
Barella.
Yeah.
I mean, West, though, like...
I was laying on the sarcasm pretty thick there.
Yeah.
I didn't notice. That was sarcastic?
Yeah. The knock on West in the past was like, he comes in a little overweight, his cardio isn't as whatever. Like, this dude is like almost like Vidal, like right now with his stamina.
He reminds me more of Tevez, if anything.
Go ahead,
We've
Colin.
had significantly more patience with him, though. We've had significantly more patience with him.
Is it patience or is it because we don't have anything else and let's throw him?
He's just playing better.
Yeah.
I mean,
he figured it out.
Technically poor.
He's absolutely playing better, but he's also being given, and I'll definitely agree that it's more out of necessity, where he's had to just play. We don't have anybody else. Well, you can argue Fagioli and Pogba and whatever, but it doesn't change the fact that like Allegri could have put somebody else in his place. Allegri could have put Meretti or whatever more often than not. And for me, both would have been wins, but. I mean, at the beginning of the season, a lot of people were like, McKennie's got to go. He's trash, yada, yada, yada.
He was, and then he showed up.
Yeah, because what was
to be fair.
Like, so the biggest year.
As I said in the past, being a Leeds fan of watching almost all the Leeds games, while he did run all over the place, like, needlessly, he was also went through 4 or 5 different coaches at his short stint at Leeds. So
he went through how many with Juve?
It was
4 or 5 in 6 months.
Okay, fair enough.
So here was the biggest issue with McKennie that a lot of people complain about Big Mac is McKennie didn't know where he needed to be and where he should be. That was one of the biggest complaints in his game. Pirlo didn't help him during his stint with us, and it didn't work in the Premier League level. Even when Allegri first came back, he said McKennie has the potential to be a really good 6 in a sense, where I can see him getting header goals easily. So it's like the issue is, and I remember saying it back then, and I remember people arguing it at that point, McKennie just doesn't know how to read the game, where it's like it looks like now he has a better understanding. He knows where to be, when to be there, how to be there.
He studied up. He got smart.
When you got a guy that's physical like McKennie, and I think he's in the best shape of his career right now, big guys with brains are tough to beat.
Another thing is his dribbling. His dribbling is like very unorthodox. Like when I watched him, I'm like, yo, that dribbling is like, it's not normal. Like it looks a bit like weird. So it's like you think he's gonna lose the ball, but he still has it. I don't know. Like if you watch it, it's like
Colin holding R1.
It's almost like he's kicking the ball into opposite players' feet so he could take it from them.
It's like he's stressing on the ball, but it's like no one knows what he's going to do because he's that unorthodox. I don't know. Like that's what I was watching. Like I thought he lost the ball, but he still had it. I'm like, okay, you know what? I like that. Confusing the opponents, confusing our teammates. Do it, man. Do your thing.
He drops the shoulder a little bit, right? He lowers his center of gravity, and it works out.
It works for him because of his size and his strength, right? You got to, and I think that was the issue, right? Because, like, for example, McKennie was dribbling to what wasn't his body type, because there's different ways that you can dribble. Some, you can power dribble, you can finesse dribble, and I think McKennie's kind of starting to learn, like, hey, I've got size and I've got speed. Let me just use that to my advantage instead of doing these elasticos or these stupid step overs. Let me just be compact. I don't need to beat 3 or 4 guys. Take one good touch, play it off. Because right now, him and Cambiaso are the perfect example of how modern football is with inverted wing play. Like that is it right there.
No, Bombaccio, I think he's perfect at the 16. Don't give him that pressure. Don't give him that pressure.
Well, that is an interesting question, though. If we had to choose a number 8, has he proven that he would deserve that if we go with the traditional?
He's not technical enough to be an 8.
He's not technical enough.
Also, think about this. Like, we need to be giving the 8 to whoever is going to come in to take that number.
If anybody's coming in.
I thought we were talking about the position, not the number.
Oh, no, but I'm talking about both. I'm talking about both.
Yeah, I'm talking more ceremonially. The ceremonial number 8.
But I'm saying the same thing. I want to bring in a guy like, I don't know, fucking Samardzic or whatever, or Sudakov or any of these fucking guys that we're linked with, Kefren Turam, any of these guys, and give them the 8. All right, and let them know this is the thing that we're putting this on your shoulders to do this.
And if none of them show up,
I mean, then it's Dusan all over again. What do you want me to tell you?
I will forbid his name for the rest of this live stream.
Trashovich.
It is.
Sorry. Douche on.
There we go.
Yeah, people like the douche on as well.
So I'm going to ask you guys this, and I thought I saw this. Is it just me, or is Chiesa dribbling into Kostic?
No, but Kostic was playing a bit on the right, wasn't he?
I think
for the second half.
I feel like Chiesa is hiding on the left. I feel like he is going onto the left to almost excuse not being able to make something happen from inside the middle.
He's a left winger in his head, and
I think he needs to get away from that. Like he needs to he's capable of doing a fucking second striker center forward's job.
Okay, so now this is interesting because Dash, he yelled at the beginning of the season. He's a number 10. He can be like a second striker. Beginning of the season, he bangs a few goals, couple assists. We're all cheering for him. Now everything's dried up. We see him play for Italy, 4-3-3, left wing. Bam, looks amazing. Comes back to the 3-5-2. Looks like trash again. Is he a system player?
I'm gonna say this. I don't think he looked amazing against Ukraine. I thought he looked amazing against.
I also think Ukraine kind of played like shit. Like
Dash, he had dribbles, bro. He had dribbles.
Fuck. All right. I think he's immature. I really do. Like I still think he's kind of bought in on the hype, like the Euro 2021 hype still. I have not seen him evolve.
It's like Insigne all over again almost, where like the guy's 26 and we're treating him like he's 22. It's like, guys, you're 26. You should be like coming into the prime of your career, not like still flip-flopping in form. And I only say this because like I love the kid just as much as the rest of us, but like I love the club more.
If we're not gonna like, it seems to me like we're gonna be stuck in Allegri's nonsense. Our players don't fit that, so it seems to me we should probably get rid of him and get a player that does fit that. And no, Tal, you can't argue that Chiesa fits into Allegri's.
I'm not saying I never said he did. I never said that. I said that he's capable of playing as a second striker / as a 10. And
even then, though, but
he still thinks he's on the wing when he's there.
I find that he drifts once he's in that second striker role. I find he always just drifts out to the wing to get.
That's like not the that's not like, I mean, if we're gonna think of it and like we're gonna simplify it into like FIFA terms, like he's not set as a player like rules to drift wide. He's set to stay center and he keeps drifting wide. And then what happens is that conflicts with Kostic being wide. The thing is that when Kostic is wide, all right, Chiesa needs to be at the top of the box to get the ball to get past one man and slot it into a corner. If you're not there, if you're overlapping runs exactly on the side with Kostic, then that's never going to fucking happen.
Well, and then here's
Chiesa needs to go. So he's not adapting.
So
sorry,
no, you're fine. But here's the issue, right? So, like, for example, people can argue, okay, Chiesa's being double teamed, right? Then why are you dribbling into Kostic with Kostic having a marker on him, which then adds an additional marker on you and effectively takes Kostic out of the play?
They just run to a traffic jam every time.
It's dumb football IQ. Like, the talent is there. I'm not saying that Chiesa sucks talent-wise.
Kostic is doing what Kostic does and needs to do. If anything, I would say Kostic's defensive contributions are only escalating and getting better.
Absolutely. I thought he was really secure in the Napoli game.
And I like how Elod's comparing the left flank.
Dave just like accidentally backed himself out, but you're reading that for you. So he says, yeah, Chiesa has 2 markers on him and add Kostic to that. You don't see the same chemistry on the left with Big Mac, Gatti, and Cambiaso. McKennie, Gatti, and Cambiaso are the perfect triangle to move a ball forward. Those 3 are actually the proper representation of forward-moving ball with a triangle. The issue is, and I think the biggest
if only our midfield operated like that tight of a unit.
I know, unfortunately, but I guess it goes to show that those guys hang out together.
No, we got Miami
big ass party.
Miami, Tallahassee. What are we calling you?
I think
Florida man.
GTA 6.
GTA 6.
That's funny. I was thinking that.
Listen, I've been fed well this week. Okay, GTA 6, the new Dragon Ball game, Juve won. I'm pretty happy this week. I can't complain. On top of that, yeah, was the game good? Wasn't fun. Wasn't the funnest to watch.
Something you can smoke a cigar to.
Whatever.
See, now
I would say
we've all been complaining about our midfield a lot. I would love to see like 2 guys, like a real genuine strike partnership. What a genuine functioning strike partnership could do.
Lukaku and Chiesa.
No. I would say like a better strike partnership than even that. I would say like the Thuram
Lautaro
partnership, like
I want to
with this team.
Oh, with Kostic and Cambiaso,
what that would look like.
Oh.
What, minus their midfield?
No. just replace Dusan and Chiesa with Thuram and Lautaro. And are we complaining about the midfield on the same way?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I want to see like you said, Dash, Timmy and Keane up there. Yeah. I think that would cook.
I think they'll perform slightly better, but not enough to make us forget how east-west we are, and not north-south.
Yeah, they won't be at the same production that they are at Inter right now. But like, for example, could you imagine Kostic having Thuram to cross the ball to? Like, Kostic would love that because it's a big physical body in the middle that you know is going to win the ball in the air.
That would mean you have to cross it into the air, though, and not cross it along the ground.
Well, but here's the other thing, though, Colin. You don't have Chiesa essentially putting in a second defender on him because Chiesa runs into him. Because when you have a guy like – it's like, for example, with you and me in pro clubs, right? I need to pull the defender away from you so then you have space to get a clean cross.
Like Dave brings the defender to me.
I know, but I'm saying that's what Chiesa does to Kostic.
Chiesa's doing with Kostic.
So what – He's saying that's what Chiesa's doing to Kostic.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what we need to do, for example, what something needs to happen is Chiesa needs to peel away and go a little bit more centrally, open up space for Kostic. So Kostic has an open crossing lane, so he's not hitting it in the ass of the defender that is guarding Chiesa.
And maybe if Vlahovic is watching enough fucking Gotti game tape, he can get on the end of some of those crosses.
Instead of watching Gotti.
If he can't get reprogrammed by Allegri, then we need to move off of him. If we're going to stay with this tactic, and and Chiesa Church does not fit into it, where he's like, it's after a certain amount of time, you've got to be like, okay, he hasn't learned to stay central. He keeps drifting. You either got to say, okay, are we building this team around Chiesa? I don't believe we are. So since we're not, then let's use the funds from his sale to fit the mold that Allegri actually wants. Like, we have the players to turn profits to be able to pick up the players.
Right. You got two options with Chiesa. Either play a 4-3-3 or sell him. And then Vlahovic, I say sell him. Honestly, he's not doing well.
That's for me, it's a non-issue. Dusan is it's a foregone conclusion. To a man, 22 people.
Chiesa play a 4-3-3. Play him as a 4-3-3, or just sell him. That's it. I think if he doesn't fit, he doesn't fit. It is what it is.
But here's the problem: you're formulating your entire roster on one guy.
No, that's fine. I'm not.
But what if he doesn't perform?
I'm just saying, if you're going to make Chiesa's optimal performance, you got to put him on the right side or the left side. He's more of a winger to me than he is than a guy that plays central. I've said it before. I don't know. He doesn't come off as a guy that plays as a center. He doesn't come off as a 10 center forward type of guy, because he puts his head down all the time when he dribbles. His dribbling is great, but that's it. And he needs to better his finishing as well. So, yeah.
He's never really been clinical. He's the kind of guy who needs a few shots to find the back of the net.
Agree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, probably get 80 million for the two of them. Let's pull the trigger.
And most of that would be profit with their values being amortized this far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not, in my heart of hearts, I do not believe that we will ever get any type of offensive football out of Allegri. But at least I will concede. I will concede that if we at least try to fill the roles that we're failing at, maybe we have a better chance. I don't believe that's going to happen with Allegri at the helm, but if we're going to go that route, then we should at least try. Dusan and Chiesa definitely do not fit into this mold, so we need to move off of them. I don't think Allegri needs a brand name striker. I think he needs brand name service.
Colin, you know what Allegri needs, and I'm sure this will change your mind if it does actually go the way that it does. Allegri needs a 5, like a proper 5. Like, if you get him a 5 that can take 140 touches a game and deliver key passes, like, for example, if you give him Pirlo-esque, Pjanic-esque at the peak of their powers, you'll see more chances. You'll see a more fluid football team. You'll see a better team.
Which is, I think, for me, I think is the ultimate sad part about Fagioli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we also got to put into a consideration that,
Actually, no, hold on. Fagioli's a fucking snitch. We could sell him too. Sorry.
This way, put it into consideration that, with what's going on this season with Fagioli being suspended and then Pogba being an idiot, maybe if we had those two players, it could have actually the results could have been a little bit better. We might have been on.
We literally have our starting midfield position, our starting midfield number 8, and that guy's backup both out because of dumb fuckery.
Yeah,
okay.
both of them being dumb.
We're still competing for first.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine
take out Chanaloglu and Otezi from Inter.
Breaking news:
what Inter looks like.
Pro Clubs team is officially 37,000th globally right now. We are one of the elites of the elites, so I just had to shout that out real quick.
Congratulations.
Also,
Dash played 2 games and they happened to be elite last night. So he's like, "This is my shit."
I know I didn't really touch on it earlier, but the whole Kenan Yildiz being upset about game time, apparently that's fucking bullshit. It's coming out of Sky Germany.
anything I read that article from UVFC.com.
German Dave said it was pretty
sounds like
credible.
some Bianconeri zone news. I'll tell you.
Yeah. So that kind of stuff is a grain of salt, especially like when it revolves around an Italian player. Half that shit's drama. I don't believe anything until someone's just like, oh, this contract was signed. A lot of it is just 99% of the time I find it's hearsay or it's clickbait.
So we got a question from Boyan. He says, "Okay, guys, honest question: which club is going to buy Chiesa and Dusan? They will want a top club with top wages.
Arsenal's already sniffing around for Dusan, from what I understand, and
Yeah.
and I guarantee you,
I think-
Aston Villa will give us $60 million, €60 million.
I think that it's either Villa or Liverpool.
Yeah, I think Chiesa would be easier to move. Yeah, I think Chiesa would be
Chiesa's
easier to move
easier
than Dusan.
For
then,
sure.
No. Outside of Italy, Italians don't carry a lot of market weight. I think while Chiesa is 10 times the player that Dusan is, I think because of stereotypes, it'll be easier to move Dusan.
That's fine.
I think we'll get. I still think we'll get 40 out of Chiesa though, done properly.
So Dahl is following up here by saying, and this is a rumor that Juve are looking at Van de Beek. So he says Van de Beek would be a smart loan,
Fuck
but we need a playmaker with low risk. I think
No.
right now you want to stay away from anything Manchester United related.
Guys, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you this. We're going to get to the end of December. They're going to ask Allegri who is going to be the signing of the winter, and he says
Tony Cruz
is coming back, and that is the signing of the winter. And it's going to be the return of Lord DeCilio.
You know, the funny thing about DeCilio was like 10 years ago, he was touted to be like the next greatest thing as a right back.
I still believe this, and I will fucking die on this hill, that if he did not have the injury issues that he had, he would be regarded as one of the best right backs in the world today.
Yeah.
Wait, can you say that again? Sorry.
DeCilio without injury issues is one of the best right backs in the world. With match consistency, anytime he has a run of games where he can start to actually play and get his legs under him, he plays really well.
Yeah, I never really disliked him.
Yeah,
my only issue is that
right.
he's fucking made of glass.
Yeah.
He's all right.
But like he's
Matt.
also apparently super nice in the locker room. I've actually personally met DeCilio. He wore my vest, and on a fucking super, super hot northeast summer day, ran up to me to put the vest on. When I just wanted him to take a picture holding it, he's like, "I want to put that thing on."
Did
And
you
he will
sniff it?
That in itself says a lot.
It hasn't been washed since, Dash.
That in itself says a lot, because I do think, like, I was never big on bringing Pogba back, and not because of his age, more so because of his temperament inside the locker room. That's one place that I think that we need to do better on. Like, I don't think Dusan is good for the locker room. Pogba for sure. To be honest with you, it's good that he went out like this, because I do not think Pogba would have been good for the locker room. I think it would not have had a serious tone in there whatsoever.
It's good he went out like this because we're going to recoup that money. That's I'm like, thank God.
I think we could actually sue him.
Pardon me?
I don't think we will,
No,
because
we
we
might-
want
I
to keep
think we might be able to sue
keep
him.
the relationship with his agent.
Why? Who
we
does
want
she
to
have
keep
now?
Piemonte. I forgot.
She's part of the Raiola agency. So
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
she is the new Mino Raiola,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
who do they have now? And the thing is that it's not the same as it was. Like Mino used to attract all the young talent. That's not going to happen anymore. So, like, do we need to have a good relationship with them?
I think given their name and the size of the company that he left behind, I think, okay, maybe the initial attraction's not there, but I think you will see players
It's
flood.
like you're gonna do us a solid when we need it, basically, kind of thing. so
I
think
mean,
that
they already fucking owe us after this whole Pogba debacle.
That's what I was going to say. Not that Raiola has ever done us a fucking favor.
Yeah.
Although if he had a good relationship with any club, I would say he probably had the best relationship with us.
Yeah, apparently that was because due to his kids being like uber Juve fans.
And he also had a good relationship with Pepe Marotta. That was another aspect of it.
I mean, like, as long as Pogba's agent has a good relationship with Juve, and maybe a future up and coming talent comes over. Maybe it's an opportunity.
At this point, all the future up and coming talents are coming out of our fucking academy.
Doesn't matter. Anything doesn't matter.
Hey, Tal, what do you think? You think losing Tognozzi is going to be a big issue, or you think
I think that's going to hurt a lot more than we expect it to.
Than we expect? Yeah.
I would heavily look at where did he go? Not Girona.
Granada was it?
Granada.
No, it was Granada. Yeah.
It was Granada, right?
It was a G. Start with a G. It was one of
Granada.
those. I thought
It was Granada.
I thought. Yeah.
I know it wasn't Girona, and I knew it wasn't Getafe. So,
Yeah.
I think it's going to hurt a lot more than we expected to. But the thing is that then there's also the prospect of Pompilio coming in. And so I think that while we're going to lose, on one hand, we lose Tognozzi, the thing is that we didn't lose the relationship with Tognozzi, which is very important. So now if you think about it, like, I don't see it as a negative. I see it as now, like, Girona can kind of be like this almost testing ground for players.
Well,
right?
it's another spot where you can loan players, right? You can loan.
Well, we can loan them, but we can also buy them from, right? Because if Tognozzi strikes gold again, right, he's going to much more be likely to do business with Juventus than, say, Real Madrid or Barcelona. Here's my toasty. She wants to make a little cameo.
You know, Vlad brings up a good point. I know that Juve have an excellent relationship with Nice. So I think that's also, like, for example, Juve have got good relations with Nice and I believe Lyon as well.
And Marseille. I wouldn't say Lyon. I would say Marseille.
Yeah,
Marseille. Because we loaned them Marliake, a few other players. We bought Milik from them for like way more than we should have. So I would say we have a better relationship with OM, and I think there is like an ex
Nice.
guy
I think it was
at
at Nice.
I know. I think it's Marseille.
Because
not
it
Nice.
used to be Tudor. It used to be Tudor at Marseille, but I could have sworn it was Nice because we got Timmy Weah for a really, really good deal.
It could also be Nice. I mean, having a good relationships in Ligue 1, but the thing is that, like, you know, it's all these players that are really coming out of the PSG academy and then going elsewhere within France. Within the Uber Eats League.
Yeah. Oh, it's Lille. That's the club. I keep saying Nice.
Lille?
It's not
Lille.
Lille.
I said Lille.
Lille. Oh my.
Okay,
God.
Fuck off,
it is. If you speak Dash, it is Lille. Okay.
Yeah.
You speak Dash. Y'all gotta have some respect on this.
Damn Albanian Americans.
It's okay. I just traffic your people later. I still on market. Anybody want free passage? I got you.
Why is this cabinet from Wish.com coming from Albania?
Why is it heavy? Why is it heavier than normal?
That one was a deep cut.
Oh man. Nobody said anything. So
oh, sorry, that from Wayfair, not from Wish.
Yeah, it was Wayfair. Yeah,
it was Wayfair.
I knew where you were going with it.
So our next game's what? Is it Genoa?
Genoa.
Friday. One more Friday.
Genoa is worse at scoring goals than we are. So.
Yeah.
So I would hope to see some youth pop their heads out.
And David's saying, "Chill, you're not Andrew Tate yet."
How do you...
Relax. You're poor.
What color is your Bugatti, David?
All right. Listen to me, because I'm an absolute genius, and I understand football better than anybody else. I'm a chess master, and
first off, if we're gonna talk about any top G's, it's gonna be Max.
It's gonna be me.
You're a top C.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
And I could have been like, you're a top cunt. That's why we call you top.
I would have said thank you for that too.
Isn't he like also high C? Like that drink, high C, but also just like.
Hey, I don't know what you're saying, Dave, but
Colin's high.
When Colin's high, he gives you some really good times in FIFA.
I'll take that one too.
Like definitely. So I've seen Colin play FIFA High, and he's really good. Trust me. Hey, Bones can confirm. He'll just like drop some amazing, like he'll give you an amazing pass, and you're like, oh, fucking great pass, Colin. And then you can hear the smoke come out. No problem. You're welcome.
Colin will go. Colin's
great
gonna
pass.
go poop after he starts drinking whiskey.
Bro, I got way too drunk on the last call in, and I put 2 beers out, and that's my limit for the call in.
Yeah, I had to drink tea. Well, it's not really tea. It's just like hot water with lemon and honey.
Man, that Polish vodka that I had last time, I went through half that bottle.
That Jubruvka is dangerous though, because if you mix it right, you don't taste it at all.
I was back home 2 hours later in my bed. I had to get my boy to bring me home.
Fucking sloppy ass drunk.
That's why I don't pop the Jubruvka unless I'm already home.
I left vodka behind years ago.
No, that's tequila.
Listen. If you haven't had Jubruvka, right, it'll get you back on the vodka. Trust me.
Yeah, you have to.
I was like, no.
It's so good.
Yeah, on the cruise, I will pick drinks on the cruise every day, and I'll just pick whatever I want. Vodka, tequila, whatever it is, doesn't matter.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I saw Sal having flashbacks. I looked at him and just saw the flashbacks in his eyes.
Find this bottle.
Buy it.
It has to have the grass in it.
If it doesn't have the grass in it, it's no good. It's a fake.
Yeah, you need the grass and you need some apple juice. You will thank Tall and I for the rest of your drinking career.
A little bit of mint too. A little bit of mint goes a long way with
I haven't done that, but I will try it. Maybe tonight.
Next time I'm on the East Coast, I'll meet up with Tall for a fan club event. He can give me some.
No, I don't see Jeff looking like Zerka though. No, Jeff doesn't look like Zerka.
Jeff is Zerka.
It's a little bit of a stretch. Plus,
that's a stretch.
No, nobody here goes out and looks for the smoke only to get beat up in the live streets of Miami. That's a Zerka thing.
That was fucking hilarious.
Hilarious.
While like bragging about like waiting for girls to turn 18. That's not a good look.
I think, didn't he say like she belongs in the playgrounds? That's what he freaking said in the first.
You don't need to wait if you use Wayfair.
The problem is
buying cabinets from Albania. This is 9mm bullets. This is not what I ordered.
Can you imagine that one guy who got the wrong order sent to him?
I got bricks of flowers from Albania. Just white flour. That's it. Just unexpected.
Yeah, the funny thing about Zerka is Zerka, like, as much as like a lot of Albanians are trying to get away from the Thule stereotype, Zerka just like flat out confirms it. And then everyone's looking at me and they're like, "Wow, Albanians do that?" I'm like, "Look at me, man. I don't know. I just work here, dude. Leave me alone."
At least like 25%. I wouldn't be too surprised. Like
Albanians
order of it.
You either traffic coke or see cans of people. One or two.
or you live in New York and you own a pizzeria.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's true.
Yeah.
I can't even disagree with that.
Or I'm not gonna lie. There's an Albanian restaurant walking distance from where I live right now.
Yeah, you told me this.
In Connecticut?
In Stamford, Connecticut.
Yeah, a lot of Albanians live in Stamford.
Oh, no way.
The funniest fucking shit, because I went on the night that like the Albanian band was playing, and it was the fun. Like, I shit you not, and I don't mean this in a bad way. Every single Albanian mafioso stereotype looking guy that you can imagine showed up. Like, I don't know how this is Albanian, but like, if you're wearing a really nice jacket and shirt, but then somehow also jeans, like, why? Why are you wearing also the jeans, buddy?
Because jeans do not constrict. And they let me run faster.
And then like either like a Chelsea boot or like a cowboy boot. Like, why are Albanians obsessed with cowboy boots?
That's actually new. I didn't know that. But my main question to you is, did they approach you at any way, shape, or form and ask either, would you like to buy some yum yum sauce, some human beings, or some certain equipment?
No. They could tell I was Israeli, so immediately they tried to sell me arms.
Oh my god. I'm done.
Great.
It's like this is like a legit bar joke. It's like, hey,
An Albanian and a Jew walk into a bar.
no, it's like right now. It's like, hey, what happens when you get 2 Albanians, an Israeli, 2 Canadians, an Italian, and an El Salvadorian on a single stream?
Shit show.
War crimes. You get war
This,
crimes.
Shit show.
Look, I don't want anyone to give us crap about not being diverse. This is a pretty damn diverse fucking cast.
This is the UN of out of
From all
pocket
over
right
the
here.
world.
This brings a whole new meaning. Ciao Juventini of the world.
Exactly.
We love you,
So we got
Beppe.
the guy who
We're like
got the
we're
guy
like the 1%ers of Juventini, okay? Like
so we got the guy in charge of finance. We got the guy who provides it. I distribute.
We got the guy
that can sell you a home.
yeah, he's the guy that sells you the burn house or whatever they call it, the run
Absolutely,
house.
the warehouse. The creepy warehouse. That's it.
That's that.
Dave, I saw
I
the
was-
back of your dog's head and I was like, how the fuck did my dog get into I was like, what the fuck? Toast?
Bro.
How did you
No, this live was special. I was forced. I felt compelled to speak Italian on this one. So
And
you know,
did.
this one's good. Yeah.
It was a very well said.
Hey, at least I can say this with the utmost confidence. Out of all the Juventus content creators, this is the only channel where we make you laugh for a fuck ton time for some stupid jokes. Like this is the only comedic. That's all I'm gonna say. Some folks want to like, cause like, look, there's a bunch of niches. Some people want to rant about stuff. Some people want to educate you about stuff. Nah, at Turin Giants, we just want to make you laugh for some stupid shit, but it works.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
We do
I'm
all-
looking
no, no, no,
at
no,
the
no, no,
chat.
no. We do all the above. How about that?
Yeah.
We do
Yeah.
Until Dash breaks out the whiteboard. That's when you know.
Exactly.
That's game over. Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep.
Listen, fuckers. That's it.
It's like, oh,
Whiteboard
you don't think
line.
we know? You don't think we know ball? Hold on a second.
Yeah, you don't think we know ball? All right, I got you real quick. All right,
First off, I would say I listen to most of them except for Brown Canaries one, and I would say to give credit to Turin Giants. I mean, I feel like more stats are more relevant stats are quoted on this show than any other show.
including AJC.
Well, look, AJC is good, but they have more of an eye test view because there's a lot of people on AJC that are either current semi-pro players, play a lot of pickup, or like Alberto himself plays like on like bar league teams all the time. Also, Omar is like an underrated football mind over there. Every time I have a conversation with him, he gives me a completely different insight into the game.
He's
that I
my
didn't
favorite.
expect.
He's my favorite.
He's
for sure.
You know, we had a guy that coaches like a Liverpool youth team, but we don't know what happened to him. Like he's like the Kyle George. Like I swear to God,
He's
like,
the
you hop
Kyle
on-
George of youth coaches.
No, he's the Kyle George of Turin Giants. Like
Did he go to?
I
Did
don't
he go
know.
to an Albanian?
He's not
Yeah.
Albanian. He's just
That's-
he was an American.
I said, did he
but-
go to an Albanian
The
restaurant?
problem was the Albanians.
My man
Yeah.
took over. What can we?
He
what
tried
can
to
we
order
say?
off menu at the Albanian restaurant and ended up
He
in a
took over,
fucking
bro.
Wayfair cabinet.
All I gotta say is he took over. That's it.
I can't wait
You guys
for the
broke the
Euros.
You
I
broke
can't
the
wait for
Farhad,
the Euros.
Farhad's gonna be like, I
That-
listened to the Collins show.
He doesn't
what the
watch
fuck?
this.
That
He's got the
live,
attention span of a squirrel. I'd be surprised if he listened to an hour.
that
Yeah.
Italy Albania live
This is
stream
like, what
is
the
going to be a
fuck?
mess.
Oh, that's gonna be
It's gonna
fun.
be a
I'm
mess.
gonna do that
It's
one.
going to be a mess.
Oh, I'm coming to that one just as an eat popcorn.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of shit talking on that one.
Oh my
Oh, that's gonna be a blast.
Well, I was
I can't
telling
even imagine.
I was telling Sam Adamo, so like there, if we go neck and neck with Inter for the rest of the season, we have a very good chance for one of these by the end of the season. But for the end of this year, we got a chance to do one of these this year. Okay.
Let's fucking
And if-
go, man.
If you know this kit, you know what I mean by one of these this year.
Ooh. Do
Um,
explain for the youngsters at home.
So for you kids, that is to represent the Juventus holiday of Cinque Maggio,
Yep.
or the day that we forever will know as Ronaldo R9 crying. And that's when what was it, 2002? We clinched the season on the last day. They lost 4-2 to Napoli, and we beat, I forget. They lost 4-2 to Lazio, and we forgot I forget always who we beat that day. I just
You're going to
remember.
be crying about that for decades.
Yes, and I would like, I told Sam, I was like, if there's a potential for that, doing a live podcast from the bar that we watch games at would be fucking insane. On top of that, I was like, would I like to clinch the season in early April? Yeah.
That's the drama.
Would finishing and clinching on the last day be better than sex? Fuck yeah.
Better than sex. There you go. So no, I actually did have that thought this weekend as well. Like that is a very real possibility. And I think it would be wild. I think Serie A deserves that because we haven't really had that
happen.
It would be the most Max Allegri way to win the Scudetto.
I'm not saying we need to buy anything big in the winter, but we just need to get something decent in the winter and no injuries.
Yeah, Chilio's coming back, Jeff. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you're complaining.
And Weah. We're getting Weah next
bro.
week.
Chilio's going to play as an 8, okay? Because Max makes all fullbacks midfielders and all midfielders into fullbacks, okay? So, boom.
I don't know, man.
Chilio's going to he's going to reveal his training arc. He became a center forward that scores 40 goals a season. That's it right there.
The reason we haven't seen him is because he's been doing blue lock.
Yeah, they sent him to Japan.
No.
I'm not gonna. Hey, have any of you seen that new Godzilla -0? That shit was incredible.
I heard it was good. I haven't.
Oh, it was
that
incredible.
seems good.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Oh, you gotta watch that movie
I
before
haven't
Japan
yet.
takes it away.
If it's -0, isn't it just the exact same fucking thing as the last time?
No, it's like it's actually like a live action Japanese, like the Japanese actually filmed it in live action.
Okay, so it's just not gonna
Yeah,
make
it's a
sense. My white
documentary
ass.
about the real Godzilla. It's the sequel to Oppenheimer.
That's fucked up.
I haven't even seen that one yet either. I gotta watch that.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
but
it's all
-1.
propaganda.
-1. It's actually really good. Like the CGI in that movie had like a $12 million budget, and it shits on anything Marvel has produced in the last 10
Oh,
years.
Marvel's absolute.
No, but I mean,
trash.
like as far as like
Absolute
CGI and
trash.
quality.
Did
No,
you
it's
guys
just
see
trash.
that? Did you guys see there was an actual transformer on the sidelines for interviews?
Yeah, they had a transformer and they had Autobots on their jersey. And I was like,
Where's the
It should have
sheen?
been Decepticons.
Like, I don't.
It should have been
I don't
Decepticons.
I know.
I feel like even the Inter fans would have been like, it should have been Decepticons.
It should. Be. Okay, so what? Does anybody know the story behind that? Because I didn't actually catch that. I knew they were
Yeah,
doing.
no, there's
Transformers
a
is owned by
new
Paramount.
mid 2000s version of Atletico.
It's Paramount Plus
Atletico had
driven.
fucking
It's the
Spider-Man
okay,
2.
Paramount
It's
Plus.
Paramount-
Okay,
it's
yeah,
Paramount
I
Plus
get it.
driven.
Yeah, all right,
That's why.
yeah. Cool. All right. It looked. All I gotta say is they literally just took the fucking logo and just smashed that thing on the jersey. They didn't even fucking try.
It's
If-
okay. It's so
Get out of
pushy.
here.
If you thought that jersey couldn't
All right,
look
Colin.
any worse.
see it, Colin.
Later, Paul.
Kyle, Sal, Bones, Jeff.
Oh,
Peace,
all right.
boys.
Peace.
It's Bush League, is what it is.
Yeah, it looked pretty Bush League.
It's freaking there.
So when are we gonna get the Turin Giants on the Jewish kits?
I'm not gonna lie. That logo that Dave made, German Dave, that shit was fire. The one that he uses for his backdrop on his phone. That's probably one of my favorite ones.
Yeah,
Oh, do you have that? Can you pull that up?
I gotta find it.
I heard he did it while he was lifting. He was doing it at the same time.
Yeah, while he was doing bench press for max reps, he designed that logo because Dave is an absolute
You
mad lad.
guys. I love how you all just rip on each other too.
Speaking of that, I got to get back to the gym today. Actually, after this, I'll be working out.
Hey, if you need a meal plan and lifting plan, just contact Dave. He got you.
You saw that GTA 6 trailer. No, Jeff.
He's gonna be my partner. You know, we're gonna compete. Like I can lift.
Jeff, you saw that GTA 6 trailer and the size of those motherfucking asses, and you're like, bitch, I'm going to the gym.
Bro, I sit every day at the gym, brother. I know. Trust me. You don't understand, bro.
Focus more on the gym and less on the jiggle physics.
They should have just called it GTA Urban Week, bro. From the way that trailer looked.
Bro, just Florida. Oh, that was Florida, bro.
That was Florida AF.
Oh man, I love it.
It was like I'm like shit. I'm playing my life.
That is the logo that German Dave created.
Yeah.
That was a nice logo.
There was another one with the bull.
Yeah. I'm gonna find
that
that.
Yeah.
one
Okay.
was-
So the bull.
That was fuego. That
This
was
one right here?
fuego, bro.
So
Yeah.
full disclosure. So I had the design up. I had the black and the gold. And then I asked,
up.
and I asked the AI just like give me a Torino bull, and that's what I put up there.
So I made a bunch of really good AI things with the Bing AI using the final prompt illustrated by Alphonse Mucha. And if you know anything about like the 1960s like Art Deco style illustrations for like cigarette papers and stuff like that, it has this like such a great style that works with like Juve looking iconography. So I was like playing with that. If I was on my computer and not on my wife's computer, because I left my charger at my office, but I'd be able to share it. But I don't have that.
But I mean, hey, this whole discussion kind of shows to all the folks that haven't joined yet. Join the Discord. It's actually pretty fucking solid.
It's equally as out of pocket.
We just had.
It's not worse.
Listen, we just had Mr. Peloso. I should know his first name, but Peloso, anyways. He didn't even know what Discord was. Me showed him, and he was like,
bitching.
Sold.
In.
I mean,
Yeah.
these guys, like, for example, the guys that you're Colin as well, Colin included, but everyone that's in this Colin show are active members in our Discord. The only person we're missing is Misak, because it's like 3 a.m. in Qatar right now.
Yeah.
I need the Misak versus Colin. Like, you know,
That has to be like
Cannon, bro.
planned. That's like a pre-planned event. You
And
have
somebody has
the
to be able to
security
control
in
the mute
place.
button.
We need
They
security.
just need their own. They need their own thread where only they can talk, and we can only just do the emojis.
Listen, there is a reason why I created the forums in the Discord, and it was Colin and Misak.
And so
How do I
like
how do I get a link so we can throw it in the chat for people?
Okay, I'll grab one, but it's also in the description.
the QR code.
QR code, but I can get an actual.
I get where Colin comes from a lot of the times with like the Allegri hate, but my thing is that like, A, I don't think that any other coach could do better, right? And B, I don't think anybody likes the way we're playing, but also like it's fucking working. And also, if we're looking at where the game is trending, it's trending more toward a back three, 5 in the middle, 2 up front, specifically within like an actual strike partnership. Like the game is trending more towards that way.
That's what Guardiola runs.
But Guardiola runs like a weird, fucked up, like, you know,
It's a
3-2-4-1.
Yeah, it's like he interchanges, right? It's always for sure it's a back three, but then it's like a 3-1-4-1.
Pep usually changes it a lot of times, like depending on the game too.
Yeah, but the
Sometimes
4-3-3
you go with
is
a
done.
4-2-3-1. Sometimes like a 3-3.
I'll say this.
Yeah.
If you give Guardiola this squad, he's not breaking into the top 10.
Nah, I think he's just fine.
I mean, this year
he's a
for
good
him.
coach.
This year for him, it's not going to be a cakewalk.
The only
I
manager,
think he would do a good job.
the only manager in the top 5 leagues that has been able to consistently perform at every single level of the game, no matter the squad he's given so far, is Jurgen Klopp. He did it at Mainz, he did it at Dortmund, and now he did it at
Liverpool, yeah.
Liverpool.
And they're at first by themselves right now. That's it. Arsenal screwed up.
I
They came
honestly
out of
don't
nowhere.
even. I never pay attention to that fucking godforsaken league.
It's interesting.
I could-
I
I
don't
could-
watch.
Oh my god, I could care less about the EPL. To me,
I mean, if you don't care about defense, that's the spot for you.
Okay, you know what I do? You know what I talk about the EPL is usually if I'm trying to get somebody, like if I'm trying to get Americans into soccer, I just get them into EPL. Like I'm not gonna try to get them to watch Italian league because they're not gonna understand it.
I saw it there. I had to. You know, it'd be funny if we could make like cutouts of like Colin and Misaka's emojis and like during the debate have buttons where people
honestly,
press.
you should do shorts of them doing fucking promos for the debates. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, I feel like that debate would go as hard as like Skip and Shannon in the past.
I'm telling you,
Oh,
hey, with everybody here, it's almost about to be like a really interesting cast. Because like the one thing I remember, like IFTV in their like heyday, like when it was really good, it was like Antonio just coming in and just like being like, "Forget about it. What are you talking about? What is Sari's balls?" Like doing all that obnoxious shit.
Forza Calcio.
Yeah.
They posted a story with his reaction to the Atalanta game, and it was gold.
Oh, I
It
know.
was gold.
Like
It was gold.
Colin is like Antonio. Like I've told Colin this. Like he can be like not the next Antonio, but like Colin-esque, right? Like that's what you need. You just need that pitbull. You need that dog.
Yeah.
You just need Misak and Colin debating, and Sam being the
Calcio is life.
yeah.
I'm gonna go watch Calcio. Calcio is life. I like
Oh my
Calcio.
God.
I like IFTV. Look, I'm wearing a Calcio hat.
You know, so Dave and I are going to try to bring Sam on for one of our like tinfoil hat shows on Wednesdays, because that's where you can like legitimately let Sam just let loose, because it can be footy related, but it's also just, you know, fuck around, find out at the same time.
He's been in New York for like almost 6 weeks. He's back soon. I'm hoping to get him back. I know he's busy. He wants to come on, but he's really grinding it out. He's trying to get his comedian career kicked off, honestly. So good for him. His time in New York has been great. Follow him, The Bordello, YouTube and podcast.
He went viral on it was about with the Italian. It was about Sorry jerking off during 9/11.
Yeah. Oh my.
Sorry jerking off during 9/11.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, so he had an ex.
Let me find
sorry,
the clip.
What
Yeah.
the?
Tell me he was smoking a cigarette while he was doing it. That's all I
Yeah,
want.
that-
No,
that's
he
a
doesn't
fact.
smoke.
That's definitely a fact.
No.
Sorry,
Sorry was definitely
Sorry.
smoking while jerking off.
Oh,
No shot, dude. No fucking shot.
Hold on, I
Either
gotta-
that
I
or
gotta
he had
find
like
it.
a nicotine infused lube.
he just has the butt of the cigarette as he's
Okay,
doing
Dude,
it.
I feel
Guys.
like if that guy goes in the hospital, like he's gonna have nicotine IV
Oh yeah.
like implanted in him.
The best part of his stint with Chelsea was they don't allow smoking on the sidelines. He's just chewing on a filter.
Did that with
He did
us,
that with
too.
us, yeah.
All right, here we go.
The first day I met him, he was like, "Oh, Ferrari, stavo sborrando quando sono cadute le Torri Gemelli. I was coming in my pants when the Twin Towers fell."
What's it like to be playing for a club in Italy where the coach gets fired and rehired in the same season?
When I go to the gym, I'm this dude with long hair with a beard, and I'm like, quello Gheddafi. Like the last 20 minutes of a practice, Novellino would be like, "Vai, chiama Gheddafi per entrare, vai, chiamalo lì." He would roll it. Players and stuff like that. He literally tries to come at me with good old Godfather kiss on the cheeks. The Godfather kiss on the cheeks became an attempt to kiss on the, and I was like, "Oh, what you think and I was like, "I don't know what I think or anything. I'm just saying I don't want to kiss your ass, bro." And I started learning Italian and understanding what the coaches wanted, and like slowly I was like losing my game. I go to Ajax and I'm there for like 3 weeks, and they offered me a contract as well. My agent was like, "No, you deserve more." Me and my father in the meeting looking at each other like, "Ajax is pretty good." It's like, "Hey, we take you to Sampdoria and they're gonna treat you right." That's where Sarri was my coach. He came up to me the first day I met him. He was like,
Oh
"Oh,
my
Ferrari,
God.
stavo sborrando quando."
That was brilliant.
Guys, honestly, especially if you're a WAP, and I brought WAP back because Sam brought WAP back.
So funny. The amount of times I heard him say WAP on Friday. It was also
He's
really
bringing
funny.
it back.
Also, like I don't speak really good Italian, so I pick up every third word when people are having a conversation in Italian. But he's having a conversation in Italian behind me about the Quebecois,
Okay.
and I don't know what he's saying, but like for some reason it's fucking hilarious to me because I'm getting every third word, so I'm kind of getting what he's trying to say.
It's how he delivers it.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of that, I love the Albanian joke that he made. It was fucking hilarious. Here, I got it for you guys.
I do
Oh, you
kind of
did
want to
hear it.
acknowledge the group. Italy drew Spain, Croatia, and Albania. Albania, the Mexicans of Italy. That's not a criticism for the economy. The restaurants fall apart without the Albanians, by the way. It's just in every major city. It's just what it is. You got no waiters without them. We're really going to test the allegiance of like some weird pockets of like Calabria too. What are those people called? They're like these Greek and Albanian pockets of people in like Calabria that speak a different dialect. Puglia as a region is going to be set ablaze. Albania in the first game. A must win right off the bat, obviously. If we lose that game, we're in real trouble because we got to win against Spain and Croatia, probably, or at least beat one of those 2 teams. And we should, by the way. I think we can win all 3 games. I don't know that we will. I think if we win 2 and draw Spain, that'd be awesome. I do think every game is going to have a lot of pressure for us. But by the way, like, this is a good thing. You want exciting games. You want the neighborhoods. You want the country as a whole to witness exciting games, big games. And Croatia and Spain aren't going to be happy to have us in their group. We've got 3 juggernauts in one group. It's good. It's obviously the group of death, but it's exciting. We get to enjoy it. That's what it's about. You want to beat the best teams. I do think Spalletti and Napoli played the best football in the world. It's not been the case with Azzurri yet, but it's too early to say. He's barely had any time. The goal was to qualify, which he did. Now he won't have much time to try out new ideas, but we do have good individuals. It's about making them work well together, but you can see them beating Spain. It's been a lot of back and forth with them. They've gotten us. We've gotten them. I'm excited for it, man. Don't worry about the fucking Euro draw. It's fine. It's going to be fun. I do kind of just want to acknowledge the
He had a really funny take, and then he said he's like of all the teams that I want to qualify for the Euros, he's like, and I'm just thinking like in Montreal or like around where he lives, what he's like wants to what he wants to see because of the neighborhoods and pockets of like different cultures within Montreal. And he's like, I'd love to see Poland qualify and Israel. And he goes, and if Israel and Poland both qualify for the Euros, he's like, who do the Jews root for? Oh. And I was like, yo, good fucking point.
I love how he's leaning in to the current events.
And as an Israeli Jew who just married a Polish woman, like, who the fuck do I root for too? Because Poland is more likely to go further. You know what I mean? But, you know, Israel's
at the same time, don't be surprised. Poland hasn't been too well.
No, they've not. Oh, you should hear my father-in-law talk about Poland. He's like, Lewandowski, play only for himself.
No play for Polska.
No play for Polska.
Oh, boy.
And so if they got Tech, they'll be in every game. Put it that way. I don't know if they're going to win it, but they'll be in it.
Yeah, just make sure the shots they consider pens.
Fuck up. That's it. Like Tech just, I don't know, bro. Tech just makes some like unpredictable mistakes. I don't know. It's like he pulls right like some bullshit right off a hat and just start making mistakes. You just start giving it to the next player.
Okay, let's discuss that quickly though. Don't all goalkeepers have those moments? Is Tech doing it more so than?
Nah, dude. Tech is very. He's known for that. Like you should not be making a lot of mistakes.
Are like I kind of agree with you, Dave. Like, are we just saying that about Tech because we notice it the most with Tech? Because like,
yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Look at like Manchester United fans complaining about De Gea, right?
Yeah,
and now and I never thought De Gea was that bad. You know, but they complain about him all the time.
And now
then I'm like,
got Onana, which is like
Onana, which
or Donnarumma.
Like, arguably, if Inter had Jan Sommer instead of Onana, like I think they have a much better chance at winning that championship.
Of every single position that we need an upgrade in, goalkeeper is the least of my concerns.
Yeah, we're stacked.
The least.
I agree with that.
We have starting goalkeepers.
Even if we had Pinsolio, I'd be like, okay, you know what? He's not a great goalkeeper, but we got the best leader on the pitch.
First off, I'll tell you right now, Pinsolio is so good, they actually can't legally play him that much.
I saw him.
He's only allowed to get under 50 minutes a season.
I was at the Juve AC Milan friendly in LA. I got to see Pinsolio stop shots for PKs. And
I saw him.
That's all I gotta say.
Madrid as well, against Madrid in Orlando. Yeah, for sure.
Nice. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. And that's the thing. But Tech is a great penalty stopper. He's really above average.
Tech also can make some brilliant ass saves, like even
and he
out
did
of nowhere.
Against Napoli, he saved us a couple times. I also think that Kvaratskhelia Kvara thing. I think it's just funnier to say Kvara thing. The Kvara thing miss. Like I think that we need to like give Tech more credit on that, because the way he came out
Absolutely.
and the way he made himself
100%.
big, like it fucked with him. I mean, it does help that Kvara is the
Overrated.
Georgian, Piontek, but
What was I gonna say? I think with Juve, I think what they could use is like they just gotta watch that right side because they get a little bit exposed, kind of like with that Kvara. And as much as I love Gotti, I think Gotti has done brilliant. I can't say bad. A lot of things bad. I have caught him on a few mistakes. He is very mistake prone. He just has to work on those little minor details. And I think obviously we need to fix our strikers and maybe one decent ball playing midfielder. And I think this squad will be very good.
3 players. I keep saying it.
Yeah.
3 players. Ball playing center back, number 8 in the midfield, and a real striker.
And you're having a Lindt chocolate, I'm presuming. Reese's peanut butter cups.
It just hammers the point home when you're doing that. You're like, listen. So
I was going to compliment you with your new headset with microphone and everything, and then you're just smashing him.
He's got, I was going to say, he's got, you have to. He's got the full play-by-play. It looks like he works for Paramount Plus with that headset.
This guy's on the sidelines. I'm impressed, actually. Did you upgrade for us, or did he always have this headset?
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I actually just realized it was like a Bluetooth headset that I got from my PlayStation that has like a little fob that you, like USB fob that you plug in. And I realized that it has this extra wire.
Yeah.
So, and then I also realized that my other one was completely busted.
Well, this sounds way better.
The headphone jack was all fucked up.
Gosh, I remember when Muso'd bought his new headset, because I remember the old one he was using a wire, and it just sounded like he was in some third world country.
Well, he was
Mike and Boone.
I mean,
at least it wasn't like those people using It's not like those people using the iPhone.
Oh my god!
iPhone
you ever play online with somebody using an iPhone
It's so
headset
horrible.
The controller? Fuck.
I think Sal's using that.
No, he's using AirPods.
He's got AirPods. AirPods are great.
Okay, I thought that's what you were referring to. Okay, sorry.
No,
hey, so what do you
actual headphones?
So what's the thought about Morata? Part of me
no more X's. No more X's. No more X's.
Everyone's done. Move on.
No more X's.
Honestly,
tall. What if she got a fatty? See, you paused.
No.
You paused.
No. Is my wife here? No.
I think I saw her
gonna
leave.
get finesse, bro. Come on, Trust me, I know all the fatties, I know the baddies over there, in Florida.
Yeah, you're in Florida, we get it.
Bro.
He's like, you're in
I can't wait till 2026 so I can live your life.
2025, I think.
Listen, the way Rockstar does things, it's gonna be 2026.
No, I'm pretty sure this is 26. Yeah.
Did you speaking of that? Did you hear those those red pill alpha male guys who are like, Grand Theft Auto's terrible. They shouldn't have crime in the game. He's a bad. Bro, come on. You guys have things up for 3 years.
They were getting mad because they have a female protagonist.
The game is Grand Theft Auto. It
No.
might as well be Commit Crimes 6.
The controversy I heard was
Game where you
like
pretend to be a criminal.
the controversy I heard was on the right wing masculine chauvinist types, where it's oh my god. Well, yeah, is that what you're referring to, or
that's it.
You know what I find funny? What happens to the part where they buy the hooker, and in the part of the game,
And then they beat up the woman.
bring
You
that
can
up.
beat
And
a
take the
woman
money
in
back.
game.
but games let
Why
you
aren't
do
they cool
that,
with
right?
that?
Cyberpunk. Did you guys play Cyberpunk? You go to Chinatown,
yeah.
you can choose a
I
dude or
played
a
it until it
chick.
crashed.
Saints Row.
I never played that.
Saints
I'm
Row.
sure, Sim.
Saints Row, I'm so okay. If Beppe is is GTA, Turin Giants is Saints Row. Okay,
Saints Row that much worse?
No, it's not that much worse. It's just completely out of pocket, and they were after we realized, we were oh, let's just dial this up to 11 and not give a fuck.
Why does this one go to 11?
South Park.
Why does this one go to 11? Because my headset, it goes to 11,
it's
and I turn it all the way up.
It's the
This one-
it's the Spinal
one-
Tap
This one
reference.
goes to 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole
It's
the
got more
goes
of
to
like
11
it's
is a
got more
Spinal
of
Tap
like
reference,
yeah.
Dave. We already did the Spinal Tap reference.
Yeah.
We don't have to then explain that it's a Spinal Tap reference.
But you
That's
didn't.
just gonna age us even more, Dave. They're already calling us boomers.
You got listen. As one of my
yeah.
favorites, it was before my time. Anyways, I had to just rewatch it as
So
just a
did
guy that
I.
wanted to watch it. So I'm not that fucking old. Jesus Christ.
I quote
Damn,
Monty
his voice-
Python
your voice
too, but
peaked.
you don't see me doing it now.
See, now Monty Python I thought was absolute trash. I do not like it. I don't get it.
Well, I fart in your general direction. Okay.
I tried to
drops
watch
that
it.
too.
I tried to watch it and it just didn't speak to me.
You want to know how I know you guys are old? You guys literally went into a tech discussion for like a good segue right now,
The tech.
like item or something. You just completely just. Oh yeah, I tried to do the Python. It just kind of sucks, but it's all right. Like that is the.
If you want to talk about things that suck, new things that suck, I think the hype around the newest Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. I don't think that was.
Is there a new Batman?
Yeah,
I,
with
didn't,
Robert
I
Pattinson.
heard
I
about
didn't
it, but I didn't really. I don't really care.
They like tried to do Batman Year One. If you're a comic nerd like I am, and I'm a very big DC guy when it comes to the comics, I just don't think.
You
Same.
like the dark
Same.
shit. You're existential is what it is.
Actually,
Yeah,
I'm
a DC guy.
like, I'm actually like a huge Green Lantern fan, which is like kind
Guy
of
Gardner.
Which one?
Guy Gardner in the
I'm
new.
a-
He's in the new Superman.
I'm
Guy
a-
Gardner.
I'm a-
Why are all of you guys a bunch of comic book? Why? I feel so left out. It's
It's
like
funny 'cause-
anime or
I'm
comic
actually-
books.
Dave,
I'm
so
just,
wait,
Dave,
so wait.
we have taste. That's why.
Yeah.
Green Lantern is kind of
We
funny
like
because
good
whatever you
stories.
read first is the one you like usually.
I honestly didn't even get into Green Lantern. I just loved that his power was completely based on willpower.
is
and
that
being able
Seth
to control
Rogen?
yourself.
Sorry, is that the Seth Rogen one?
That's Green
No,
Hornet.
that's
That's
the
Green
fucking
Hornet.
Green
Green
Hornet.
Hornet.
Okay, sorry.
That's Green Hornet. Green Hornet.
God,
You're
wow,
thinking Green Hornet.
educated you are, Dave.
Green Hornet.
Green. It was the green shit.
Can you
Sorry,
imagine Seth
got it
Rogen
confused.
answering the Green Lantern thing? the chant for the Green Lantern?
Fuck, like just a different color for fuck.
Oh,
Old guys
the
like
oath?
me.
Yeah,
Oh, I
oath-
can do it if you want me to really geek out, I'll do it. But
Yeah,
you
but
know,
I'm saying, imagine Seth Rogen saying it.
no, not at all.
No,
Ryan
Seth
Reynolds
Rogen-
couldn't even pull it off.
Seth Rogen wouldn't be a good Green Lantern.
No.
I think guys that could do a good job would be Nathan Fillion. Could probably do a good job. I think Dennis Quaid, if he was a little younger, probably could have been a good Hal
A
Jordan.
lot younger.
I
Mhm.
don't think that there's anybody right now that they would do a good job. But if they did a Green Lantern now, they would do Kyle Reiner, and it would be fucking Timothy Chalamet, and every fucking fan of Green Lantern would be like, "Fuck this! They fucked another movie. Now we have to wait another 10 years before they do this."
What about
They
what about
chose-
Michael B.
they-
Jordan?
For John Stewart, I could see that.
Yeah.
For John Stewart,
I
why not?
think Idris Elba would do a better
yeah,
John
I was
Stewart.
about to say that. I
Yeah.
was about to say that. That I could see.
Guys, I'm
He's
trying
too
to.
British.
I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
By the way, hey guys, I'm gonna go work out.
He's like,
So
I gotta
I'm
get
going
prepped
out.
for Vice City.
Yeah, that's it. I'm getting prepped. You know.
I hope it's like.
Listen,
fuck, what was the one
who's
in
your
the-
roids guy? I mean, I know you're in Florida. That's like over the counter,
It's like,
right?
it's like
Honestly,
he's
I
like,
have my personal trainer, but he left, man. You know, it is what it is.
he's like, I gotta get jacked because it's spring break around the corner.
It's
That's like-
Pogba. That's where Pogba
Actually,
got. That's where
It's his
Pogba
witch
got his-
doctor. He's
That's
like,
where
oh
Pogba
yeah,
got
no,
his-
this is. I swear this is voodoo. Why do you have to inject the
Nah,
voodoo
bro, it's
into my
Pogba's
ass,
witch
doc?
doctor. That's who it is. It's Pogba's brother. That's who it is.
Pogba got his steroids in Florida. He went to Florida, and it's a true story. And that's where he went. And he
No,
got
it's
drugs.
facts. Oh, we
Listen,
got a
dude,
lot of roids
the
here.
entertainment value comes from bringing the conversation back into football.
To Juve.
okay?
Anyways, I'll see you guys
All right.
later.
Safe
Later,
to be,
bro.
guys.
Get
See you guys
swole.
later.
Get swole. Get them booty lifts, ladies.
Ciao, fellas.
The thing is that going to the gym just gets you compliments from dudes, really.
I know. It's the biggest shame.
Well, isn't that like chicks when they just dress up real nice because the guys aren't gonna Tell
No,
him
the
how
guys are
nice
too
you
scared now. The guys are too
Oh,
scared.
where's
Back
the-
then, they used
I
to.
don't talk to girls. Scared girls.
All right, tell blink twice if you're not being held under hostage right now.
Oh no, my wife left.
Well, shit.
I think
Is
we
that
can kill this one because we're at 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah,
We did
no,
a
this
full,
was a good
full
one.
radio show.
You guys, wow, it was good. Honestly, I ruffled, as the kids say. Ruffled, is that a thing?
Is that like,
ROFL.
you know, just like a post-sex compliment. Like, wow, this was good. I feel ruffled.
Yeah, I feel
Ruffled. No, like rolling on the floor laughing, right? Ruffled. I'm ruffled.
I don't know if I've ever heard anybody ever say
Use-
that.
I
No.
just because I'm rolling with the boomers. Got to boom it up.
Yeah, but I don't think
Um,
no one says raffle though.
Yeah, like I mean,
Like,
in
that's like
general,
me. That's like me saying LMAO
that-
to you, Dave.
That was
Lamau.
I don't even say those things. If I think something is really funny, I just text ha 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 ha.
I don't even do that. I'm just like,
Now with a J or an H?
if you wanted emotion,
I
you
am
would
not
call me.
Spanish.
If text
Yeah, yeah.
messaging has no emotion, and sometimes
Like
like I was so pissed off today. So I'm giving up the puppies today, right? And I'm texting people, organizing.
Listen,
food.
I've quit puppies cold turkey too. It's rough.
It is rough. I still have three. But anyways, like, and I'm just trying to do shit, and these people are excited because we're getting puppies, and then there's like another text message with like LOLs and another text message with emojis. And I'm like, bitch, I don't fucking care right now. Like, just shut the fuck up, get in your car and show up, and I'll give you a goddamn puppy. I don't need fucking, you know, when your phone's like ding, 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 and you're like, bitch, I'm doing things. Like, shut the fuck up.
That's how I feel about our Turn Giants WhatsApp chat. I said it.
Listen, I'm in a lot of WhatsApp chats that are fucking out of pocket. And one of the funniest things is that we've got a couple of guys in our main chat that are like really anti-Allegri. And at this point, like, I just don't fucking get it anymore. I really don't.
They just die on a hill.
See, I'd rather have that than like certain individuals in the chat have like the competency of Internet Explorer where they find out shit that we've been saying months later, and you're just kind of like, congratulations. What brought you to this? Like slow dial-up connection or what?
I mean, I think I was an early adopter of Dushan's a bitch.
Me too.
Because I'm such a
Me
Keen
too.
fan. Because I was
Same.
like, nah, fuck this guy. Keen's the guy. And I almost wish that like I could be in the room when Beppe interviews him, and I could just say like, I have the utmost faith that you are more than capable to take this team and lead us to glory. And
I
just
thought
need
you're Keen. I thought you were talking about Doosan. I was like, what the hell?
Why the fuck would anyone say that to fucking Dusan Vlahovic? Okay?
No, I thought you were going to say you wanted to be in the room.
To be honest with you, I don't think.
Dusan, so you'd be like, "Fuck you, Dusan." Just like
I
the
don't-
background.
I think that like with Keen, like I just see him as like he genuinely seems like a really like kind-hearted kid that like
You want to know his
really cares
backstory?
about this club.
His
Yeah, I know his
backstory. Kid played on the concrete, man. $10 buy-in and you won your money back to come play. Like that's how he did it. He grew up on the
Dude,
concrete.
He grew up on the concrete. He had when he was like 13 or 14, he actually got he could have taken a contract at a couple of different clubs. There was a couple different clubs that wanted him. From what I understand, this could be bullshit. But he went specifically to Torino because it was the closest to Juve. And that even before he got into any of the U systems, he was a Juventino. And that's like something that people don't give a lot of credit for. Also, the kid is like a huge introvert. Like if you watch him in interviews, like Wes is like bringing him out of his shell a little bit.
Yeah, Wes is so good for him.
Well,
I love seeing
that's
them together.
and that's why. This is why, and I'm gonna hold him accountable here. But like, this is why I got into it with Firehead a little bit. He's like, he made a post on Instagram trying to dog Keane for not celebrating the Verona game. I'm like, do you not understand who Moise Keane is and how he is as like a personality? I'm like, why would you make that post without even understanding it? And he's like,
that goal against Monza that Gatti had, Keane was right there behind him, right, to get that ball. Okay, if you watch the celebrations again, you'll see Keen's standing there like, I fucking want that one.
My question is that Reese a standard 3-pack or the 2-pack of extra thicks?
I don't know. I was at my in-laws and they were like,
Leftover Halloween candy.
My mother-in-law was like, how the fuck am I supposed to lose weight if your father keeps buying these? And I was like, I'll take some to show I'm a good son-in-law.
Gladly. But yeah, like, I mean, it was just one of those things where I got frustrated because I'm like, dude, you don't even, like, you can't even make a post like that without understanding who, like, the player is. But then it's like, Dusan does his corny little talking and this, and Farhad's parading him around Instagram, and then he took a shit after Munzon. I'm like, okay, now we look stupid on the internet.
Dash, we have been looking stupid on the internet for the past 10 years. We've only been part of it for a year and a half, so be happy that you're the minority.
I thought that was the whole current dying shtick is like look stupid on the internet. That's why I'm here.
Nodding and disappointed.
It's I mean,
nodding in disappointed agreement.
There's a difference between satire and just like, what the fuck did this guy just say?
Yeah, because it's like he doesn't realize it. We're kind of like the spokespeople now on YouTube, so whenever there's something stupid that gets posted there, we get eviscerated.
We've been called out. I was like, you guys didn't say that, right? That wasn't you, right?
Yeah, like,
right?
You know how many messages that Dave and I get when people are like, please tell me you guys didn't post that, and we're like, no, what happened? And then like it's the viewers that send us the messages and stuff like that. I'm like, oh god.
Flahu mid, because he's
he's lower than mid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
this
is another. Speaking of Vlahovic, Sam was like, yeah, I guess like since Dybala left, like, you know, Vlahovic has the best hair on the team, and I'm like, yeah, I wish that we could talk about other things than his fucking hair, though. I wish he had more accolades than having the best hair on the team. And
that's what he said in our group chat, actually.
I think also, if we're going to talk about who has the best hair on the team, it's obviously Rabiot.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because he's got Garnier. He uses Garnier or Laurier.
His mom shampoos his hair.
Yeah, no,
it's that's just the trash they sell Americans.
It's a mix of herbs and berries that his mother makes special for him. That is why she gets paid so much money.
It would have been so funny if like someone clapped back at Gagliardini by saying, hey man, don't be talking about his mom like that. His mom's the shit.
Bro, you talk about my mom like that, and I don't give a fuck, bro. I'll headbutt your face through the back of your head. I do not give a shit. That's why, like, I jokingly say, like, they need to hire me to be on the team because I'll run in off the bench, fucking break someone's knee, and then just get, like, a 4-match ban real quick. And then just, like...
and then he wonders why he doesn't get hired.
You don't have to play me, bro. That's it. Like, you don't have to play me. I'm just going to run in off the bench, like, crack somebody in the knee, right? 4-match ban. You know what I mean? I get like there's a slush fund that I get paid through. Okay. And there you go, dude.
Speaking of boomers, Tal thinks it's still 1985.
Listen, the joke that there's a reason that I don't get invited to the pickup games because I go studs up with Tim's on, all right?
Yo, you're gonna be like that Ramos where he was like, I didn't do it. Check the VAR.
I'm gonna make Sergio Ramos look like a kitten. Okay, I'd be out there like fucking Brock Lesnar. Okay, like.
No, but I was talking about like his last thing where he got a double yellow to a red, and he's like, I didn't touch him. Check the VAR. Check the VAR.
Look at Randy Orton slithering. Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Here's the cover.
Yeah, RKO these motherfuckers. Oh yeah, Calcio de Rigore del Inter, fucking RKO the ref, fucking. Oh no, fucking Tots in the fucking VAR room, kicking people in the head.
We're getting vicious. We're getting vicious. I think we're clipping. You're yelling too much. The audio just clipped.
I'd be out
or
here.
a pass rush right now for the Eagles, please. Why does this German guy know so much more about NFL than me?
Yo, I don't know about any other sports. Like,
the German Dave is the expert when it comes to.
Well, I will say so. Due to the amount of German bases, American Army bases in Germany is the second country in the world that watches the NFL.
No, there you go. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I'll be honest, Dave, I've been feeling Germany a little bit ever since my wife has been gone. She got this Disney Plus subscription, been looking at it. I've been watching a lot of like Nazi like
propaganda on
I've been
Disney?
watching all
Yes.
I've been watching all the Hitler shit on Disney Plus. Yeah, it's been great.
Well, you know that that Disney, much like the Ford, was not a big fan of the Juden.
Dave, I'm sure is just like, what the
He's like, I hate you guys so much right now.
Hate you guys. Listen, you asked for it, bro. You know I'm the worst. Absolutely.
Alrighty, folks. You know how we said we're gonna end this at 2 hours and 6 seconds. Now we're at 2 hours and 24 minutes.
Oh my Jesus!
I think we need to cut this.
I gotta go back to my sad, lonely life.
I don't understand how there's still like, if there's anyone that watched this from start to finish, you are an absolute mad
Dave.
lad.
David, Vlad.
You guys are absolute mad lads. I heard it goes in a blaze of glory. Hey, Tal like broke his microphone.
That's good. That's good.
Now he goes into the bunker, and then there's like a real cliffhanger at the end of it.
No, he went to Argentina, man.
We all know. We've all seen the boys from Brazil, Dave.
Alrighty.
Oh, they're all coming out. They're all coming out.
Yeah.
Doll's been here since the very
Hold on,
beginning.
hold
Holy shit.
Oh my.
It's 3 a.m. in Romania.
he's
Imagine.
from Romania.
Hey, look,
Fuck,
I
so
hope we
blessed,
entertained you guys. For you guys that listen for 2 hours, man, I hope we entertained you for 2 hours.
It's
Because
entertaining for me. I try not to miss it. That's like a highlight of my week sometimes.
Oh my.
Especially if we lose. But we haven't been doing that because fucking Max is the Uber Chad fucking goat of managers.
Bones would have channel.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's see. Who
Oh,
gets
look,
it.
a lurker. It wasn't even one that was there. Joel.
Joel. Oh, the lurk. Come on, lurkers. At least drop a line once in a while.
no, come on.
If you're just lurking, just drop lurk in the chat.
And because Colin gave a subscription and came to me, so I gave a subscription and went to a person called the Robbie, another lurker. So 2 lurkers are now.
Did you say Throbby?
Robbie.
Throbbing.
Robbie.
Oh, I
Robbie.
heard Throbby.
Jeez, Bones. Something you want to tell me about?
I've been here too long.
Yeah, I mean, he got some pent up testosterone. And
As our good friend JC Carballo would say, no memes.
No memes. Well, on that note, I guess I'm gonna play some music.
Yeah.
Oh no, you don't want to do the outro with just you can just feel your blood pumping.
Oh, I have a very good idea. Okay.
You just wake up and then your heart is just pumping. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so those moments are crazy.
I did that one time, did a show on that, and everyone's like, cock. Okay, anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in for the post-match call-in show, where we had lots of shenanigans and ganigans of shin. Well, we had fun. We had debates with the call-in man, Tal making a featured appearance, Bones being here for the entire time, Jeff selling some real estate, and Sal always coming in is a good time. So, on behalf of my partner Dave and myself, have a grosso night.
Fuck. I can't anymore. I'm done.